This is Dolynny TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome into gold medal game coverage between Canada and the United States here on the channel this evening. A little bit late maybe. I had it scheduled for 6:50 start time, but I see everybody else is already going, and that means I better get to it as well here as we've got Canada USA 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time start. And well, it all comes down to this at long last. It's been a what about, just about a week and a half, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, however that math works. Just about 2 weeks. I don't know how that math works, but I don't need to know that math, how it works, because tonight, simply, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to what the final score is between these two teams. Canada 4-0-0 through the group stage, and then of course the two wins, quarterfinals and semifinals. The US 3-0-0-1 in the group stage, two wins of course in the medal rounds, and now you've got Canada versus United States. Once again, it's been a matchup storied in history for sure over the past, I'd at least say 15 years. Dylan Cousins comes in leading Team Canada with a total of 16 points in the tournament. Trevor Zegras comes in with 16 points as well. That is a little crazy for sure. Devin Levi coming in a perfect 6-0-0, and the numbers on Levi are absolutely outstanding. So we find ourselves getting ready to get this hockey game underway in just about an hour's time, live earlier than we have been at any point this tournament. But hey, you know what? It's the gold medal game. You got to show up and get it done, and that's what we're going to do this evening here on Dolynny TV. With that, I'd like to welcome in the chat. A big part of what happens here in these live streams on Dolynny TV. You can click the chat simply by going to the live chat tab on wherever you have your watching. So here we go. Parker, welcome in. Madstick, welcome in. Marshall, to answer the question for all those inquiring minds here in the stream this evening, I will not live stream the game. You see what happens to the other people that live stream the game. They get shut down at some point, and you know what? That simply does not work for me. I've got way more important priorities than live streaming a World Juniors game to get shut down midway through the second period. All right? I think you can understand that. Of course, respectable broadcaster. I'm not out here bootlegging streams for 100,000 people to watch on the internet. That just is not going to be me. Now, Noel, welcome in. Vincent, welcome in. And we're talking about the Pulley video. I've already got that linked in the chat as well. You can go check that out as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves, like I said, it's 6:36 to go right now. What I need to say is if you're just tuning into the video, and this is the post-game version of the video, this video is already done. The live stream's over. The game's been won. And you want to go back and watch a semi-retired Junior B broadcaster bring you the action instead of rewatching the run at, I don't know, midnight when they have it up on TSN, well, please skip ahead until you see this scoreboard down here. You'll see it right here in a second. I just need to get the link tossed in there. That's the 5-0 Russia game. All right, you need to see this for a quick second. I'm going to make note of this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to copy the link to tonight's scoreboard. I'm going to change that. And when you notice the scoreboard has gone to 20 minutes in the first period, that, my friends, is when you will want to click on and watch the rest of the stream. Mac and Matt, you are not late. I have just fired up. This is no late live stream this evening. We are just getting underway here on the channel, and we are going to have ourselves a great evening streaming tonight's game. Robert, welcome in, and Vincent, we're going for Canada. I'd expect a lot of folks tonight on the live stream to be going for Canada. Maybe some USA fans not too impressed that we are, but at the end of the day, it'll be what it'll be as we get set for a nation deciding hockey game. The two big border rivals going to town in the World Juniors. Once again, why not, right? It's Canada, the USA. Doesn't get better than this. Yeah, Canada versus the USA for group positioning on New Year's Eve. Sure, gets pretty good. But how about Canada, USA for, of course, the gold medal? All right. what we need to know here, so like I said, 7:30 p.m. start. Both teams coming in, defeating each team in the semis, defeating each team in the qualifier or quarterfinals. Qualifiers. Come on, Tyson. What is this? Playoffs? I don't know. Craziness. Anyway, that's kind of the plan. Canada, last I read, still to give up a 5-on-5 goal in the tournament, so that's something to watch for. If the US is going to beat Canada, they're going to have to at some point do it 5-on-5, and that will be a question for sure. And Robert, I've already eaten, supper's in the tank, and we're ready to go all the way here through 10 o'clock Mountain Time. I expect the game won't be over till then, and then of course we'll have to get the Edmonton Oilers coverage of Dylan Holloway winning a gold medal at the World Juniors up this evening. Sorry, a little thirsty. Of course, that chicken a little bit spicy, a little bit of maybe Frank's Red Hot sauce on the chicken this evening for dinner. It was pretty good. Look at me looking all sharp in a suit calling it dinner. Wow, what a guy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you're asking me who's going to win, I'm sorry, I'm Canadian. I'm from Alberta. There's no other answer than Canada. I mean, I can think the United States are going to win, but I can't answer that. All right, that's straight up. I have to, no matter about, answer Canada, and that is locked in my answer this evening. You've seen them. We've doubted them all throughout this tournament. That's the beautiful part about what I've done this tournament. Is every time the Canadians have ramped up the test, whether it be against the Finnish squad, whether it be against Slovakia when we failed to really break through and embarrass them, but they were a good squad. Now you got into the Czech game, we did that, done and dusted over to the semis. Russia, not even a question. We're into the gold medal game, and now, straight up, at what point do you have to stop doubting your team and just go with what you got? And that's where I'm going this evening, is the doubts are gone. Play hockey, 60 minutes, stomp them down. Let's go Canada. Big win, gold medal bound. That's, I think, as simple as I can make it. Quite honestly, I don't think I have to play it out any more than I just did right there. That's for sure. So we find ourselves, like I said, now 10 minutes closer to the hockey game since the start of the live stream at 6:40. And Tyler, yes, I talk during the game. I give you the play-by-play. I give you the updates, everything you need to know. I can't show the game due to copyright. That just does not work for me. I got way too good of a thing going with the Edmonton Oilers coverage I do to get shut down streaming the actual game halfway through the second period and get a ban from ever doing anything on YouTube again. Straight up, doesn't serve me, so I'm not about to go out and do it. Now we sit here, just getting everybody in. Of course, I mean, if you got a friend that needs some coverage of the game and you know they're not going to have coverage of the game, maybe send them an update and see what's going on. And I'm just working on something here. Let's go. All right. There we go. The text's coming in. You'll see me take a few texting breaks here early in the stream because simply everybody's always trying to reach me before the stream because they at least leave me alone during the hockey game. That's the nice part. And all right. What do we got? We've got an interview with one of the USA players. That is going to be Alex Turcotte. I was going to say looked like a familiar prospect, but heck if I know. I'm not too uppity on my American prospect kids, so it is what it is. And let's see what I can get here. Sorry, just again something coming in. That's tough. That is tough, Brandon. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this going. That is solved. That should get us going because I'm just trying to tidy up some back-end streaming stuff here. And that's, of course, what everybody's always trying to get me. Have you checked this? Have you made sure you've done this? Is this done? And thankfully, I think preparation-wise, I've done everything we need to do. And now the hard part is just waiting for tonight's hockey game to get underway. Golden Hour Sports Network, welcome in. As we've got, a total of now just under 45 minutes to the game, flipping to potentially live game coverage, and then away we go. This evening is right now a check on Twitter, maybe an update on the Edmonton Oilers since I didn't get a video out this evening. Maybe that would be a good idea. Bernard, welcome in. As there's not much to know about what we've missed in Edmonton Oilers coverage. Let's see if we can get this going. Finland is handing out medals to his teammate. Anton Lundell handing out medals to his teammate. There you go. That's interesting. And then you've got just more news again on John Muckler's passing. Legendary Edmonton Oilers assistant and head coach passed away last evening. And we've got not much else going on. Apparently there's, of course, all the news on how much Puljujarvi is feeling confident in the Edmonton Oilers camp. Oilers talking World Juniors gold medal game. That happened a lot today. And that's about it. Remembering John Muckler with Glenn Anderson and Kevin Lowe. All right. Perfect. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate that. And now I think the back end of the stream is set up and we should be good to roll this evening. And he was GM with Sense. He's done a lot of things over the career for himself, and now, unfortunately, gone, I believe, at the age of 86 is what I read last night, is John Muckler, and another loss in the Edmonton Oilers community after just a year that was 2020. And it was tough. All right. Rob, welcome in. Good evening. Glad to have you along. Chris, glad to have you along as well. And we are getting set for this hockey game. Now it's officially 6:45, so now I can officially tell you, yes, we are indeed a total of 45 minutes away from the hockey game getting underway. But Finland wins the bronze medal game, and there's not much going on other than this Grant Fuhr tribute mask that Mike Smith will do for the Oilers this season. It looks absolutely gorgeous the way it's been designed for him this season. All right. Let's see if I can find anything else. What I will tell you is if you want to tune out of the stream for a little bit and go catch some other Dolynny TV action, I'd appreciate that. I've got a couple links I can pass your way. This is the Puljujarvi and Neal update from last night, because you need to get that going. Bing bang, there it is. And there it is, Puljujarvi and Neal. And then what else I need to do is get you a link in case you're sitting here, I could really use some hockey to watch while I wait for this hockey game, at least to hear about it. How about go check out this Hockey Fights playlist I've put together here on Dolynny TV of all, like I said, I'm a former Junior B broadcaster. I'm a retired, semi-retired, I don't even know what I am anymore, Junior B broadcaster, and you can go check out all of my former coverage by simply going to that link that says Hockey Fights playlist. That is some of all the hockey fights I've filmed over the course of my very brief Junior B career that spanned 6-7 years. I guess not very brief in terms of Junior B, outlasted a lot of players, I guess you could say that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we've got the group of 4 most valuable candidates. Devin Levi, .53 goals against average, .975 save percentage. Bowen Byram leads defensive ice time with 22:30. And then you've got right winger Dylan Cousins, 8 goals, 8 assists, and just absolutely dominating it. Mike, welcome in. Michelle, welcome in. And Matt, thank you. Absolutely appreciate when anybody shares Dolynny TV with anybody. That means the world. Because, I've been going at this YouTube game now for 7 years. Dolynny TV, the channel, has existed for 7 years, going on 8 years this year. And I'm sitting here at 8,500 subscribers, and that's no knock against 8,500 subscribers, but I'm sitting here saying, you know what? Clearly, Compared to some folks, I haven't been able to do the job that they have. Now I am. But man, anytime somebody helps me along with that, that absolutely is huge. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do that this evening, I would appreciate that as well. Now, if Canada wins gold and Levi lets in 2 goals or less, he wins MVP. Well, I mean, Dylan Cousins could score 6 points this game, though. That's the crazy part, right? There's a lot of craziness for sure as to how this all pans out. And then, of course, you've got highlights coming up here on this World Juniors. And Preston, absolutely. If Canada gets defeated in this game, even though the USA has been a very good squad throughout the tournament, only 1 loss, it would still be a huge upset simply in the fact that for the US, well, you know what? They are kind of coming in the underdog no matter how good they've played. So, let's continue on. That aside, let's see what else I can bring you on this game this evening, see if there's anything new Oilers or NHL related as we clue in closer to 6:50 now, as there are no bigger storyline than Jesse Puljujärvi returning at Oilers camp. I think I'm good. Yeah, so there's no bigger storyline right now at Edmonton Oilers camp than the return of Jesse Puljujärvi, who's been absolutely, according to everybody on the ice, lights out for us as Oilers fans and getting ready for what's going to be a solid hockey season to come. So that's a welcome, promising sign, that's for sure. As we build towards tonight's game, there's no shortage of storylines in this one either. Cousins versus Zigra, and then you've got, of course, the goaltending battle. Florida versus Florida prospects. It does not get better than this, I promise you that. And we'll have all the coverage coming up at 7:30. Robert, nurses are early for meds. All good. They're prepping, but I'll be back when you can. Sounds good, Robert. We will catch you soon. And Jimmy, you are hyped for the game. Well, let's hope it's a good time because we're going to very much so enjoy what happens here this evening. They've currently got Jarome Iginla on my television set, looking as Jarome Iginla as ever. Looking smiley, looking good, wearing the Team Canada toque. Thankfully not a Calgary Flames toque. That's good. That's good. And we'll see what happens with the rest of this pregame show. I'm excited to see what Team Canada has lined up in terms of coverage for them on TSN this evening. James Duthie from WJC Control chatting it out with Jarome Iginla as we get a lot of coverage as well on the bottom ticker about what's happening in the sports world. Apparently there's NHL news. Let's read this NHL news. I think I can tell you what this NHL news is. The NHL sells naming rights to 4 divisions: Scotia North, Honda West, Discover Central, and I believe it's something Mutual East. And Corey Perry practices with the Habs for the first time. Colin Wilson has retired after 11 seasons. And then you've got Leafs. Alex Kerfoot injured, listed as day-to-day, doubtful for practice on Wednesday. Dennis Mulligan is on waivers with the Leafs. And any other headlines? The Seattle Kraken, of course, hired that genius GM the Buffalo Sabres had, Jason Botterill, and named Norm McIver as head of player development, I believe. And that is about all you need to know in the NHL today, according to TSN. Finland defeated Russia 4-1 in the bronze medal game. I'm just now learning the score. Now you see Canada first among near equals. Red and white NHL, 19 first rounders. The US has 10, 7 second rounders for the United States to Canada's 1 and 2/3 on the US in terms of their squad. And you know what? 0 for Canada. Jenna, welcome in. Itaza, welcome in. We are getting absolutely set for what's going to be a huge game this evening between Canada and the USA. There's been some incredible games in the past. They're now showing the 2004 gold medal game, now the 2010 gold medal game. And yeah, the USA's had some big wins over the course of their career, that's for sure. You see a lot of names now. You've got up there number 25, Roy, big save for the USA. Okay, they're showing all the US wins since 2004, and there's only been 3 of them. Keep that one for sure. Connor, the suit, the tie, the outfit, it looks good. I thought I'd put it together and at least try to look presentable for the final game of the tournament. Michael, it's going well this evening. Got off work early because I got into work early. My goodness, boys, can you believe that? I ended up going to work early this evening, or this morning. That's not something that I'm typically known for, but it's something that I did, and it's something I'm rather proud of because simply it allowed me to get things set up for what's going to be a heck of a fun run this evening here on the channel. And I'd like, absolutely, guys, that's the one thing I've forgotten to mention right off the hop because things have been alright so far. I've just been talking my head off. If at any time you can think, well, you know what, I've enjoyed this stream, I may be heading out, or I've enjoyed this stream, I want to give it a vote of confidence. If you could drop a like on the stream, that would be greatly appreciated. Currently sitting at 14, and I mean, you know what, it's hard to tell exactly what a like does, but the more interaction there is on a stream, whether it be in the chat or whether it be on the like button or dislike button, I mean, fair enough, you want to leave a dislike, that's great with me, but no matter how you want to do it, is interaction, and it does help with the YouTube stuff. And if you think, hey, more people should check this stream out because it's good, that would be greatly appreciated. And Steven, it is just this dude talking. And Steven, this dude, can I at least give you the sales pitch on me? Can I give you the sales pitch? I'm going to. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV, this is an Edmonton Oilers all-the-time channel. The reason I'm sitting here talking to you this evening is because Oilers prospect, 14th overall draft pick in 2020, Dylan Holloway, is playing for Team Canada. And I want to see him win gold, as I've wanted to see him do well all throughout the tournament. And more about me, I'm a semi-retired Northeastern Alberta Junior B Hockey League broadcaster. I don't know what I'm really doing now other than YouTube to keep busy because there is no Junior B. But yeah, that's my story, and I hope to bring you along and at least cover you for as much as you need for tonight's hockey game. All right, Brennan, you're nervous for the game? Let me tell you, so am I. But with that, I do still believe Canada's got it in the bag. If we see the team that's showing up, and I've seen nothing but that team show up, so there's really no cause for concern, I guess you could say. And Mac, how does my voice not hurt? Well, trust me. After that doubleheader on Boxing Day, I could barely bend over. My chest, my stomach was so tight, it was beyond ridiculous. I mean, a little out of shape for the broadcasting side of things. Maybe. Just a little bit. But we battled through and got going on the 27th, 28th. I believe I missed the 29th. And then 30th, 31st, we got the job done that evening. Now, they're showing all kinds of highlights here for USA versus the Czech Republic and stuff like that. So, is what it is. They're talking about Bobby Brink, teammate of Carter Savoy at Denver University, the NCHC of the NCAA Division I men's ice hockey. Now Carter Savoy. Oh, you wanted to talk about Oilers news. How about that? Carter Savoy named NCAA Rookie of the Month. Yes, in 2 seconds, and there we go. We are back live once again. Sorry, that was just a little blip in the live stream. That's just the good old rural internet. That one blip every single night around this time. Good to go and off and running once again we are with the live stream. Hopefully not too many of those blips along the way this evening because that would really suck. And here we go. USA is a good team. That's good, Bernard. But Canada's a pretty dang good team as well. So can't discredit them at all. And that's what I've tried to do a couple times this tournament. And finally, I've thought the wiser of it, and we're not going to do it anymore. I think that's probably a very good idea. So now it's currently 6:57. We're about 3 minutes from top of the clock, and then all of a sudden, half an hour away from game time. And ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you, if you missed it, I do have the lines for Edmonton Oilers training camp the past 2 days. I talked all about it and all the line combinations. So let's get this going as Oilers line combos here. Let's go talk that. And those are real line combos. Those aren't some something. And it's, yeah, Chris, it is just me talking. And if you're watching a stream that shows the game, great. You know what? Just throw me on, throw that stream on, and let's discuss in the chat. I'm sure the chat in the actual game's not too much fun. This one, there's a little bit of engagement here, so you can enjoy that for sure. And with what's in the cup? Well, 1/4 lemonade, 3/4 water. I guess that's the secret to keeping the voice durable for the rest of the game, is simply put, you gotta have something to keep the throat going, and you know what? The old lemonade, that's a good trick. Honey, lemon with tea works really well. There's a lot of good old broadcaster tricks, and you might see me switch midway through the game, probably around the second or third period, to that pure leaf iced tea. I don't know if anyone's had that, but pure leaf iced tea. Or to the jug with water, same portion, 1/4 and 3/4. And you know what? Will be interesting to see what happens for sure. And yeah, there you go. Okay, Chris, sorry, I read that wrong. Okay, you were responding to a comment. Use my head? Not really. We're going to have a lot of that this live stream, so enjoy, sit back. Like I said, semi-retired Junior B broadcaster. There's 2 things you need to know about that. Who retires as a Junior B broadcaster? Secondarily, who actually claims to fame that they were a Junior B broadcaster? See, there's 2 things? Yeah. Well, we'll add those 2 things up tonight as we go along for you, I promise. As ladies and gentlemen, we're now 7 o'clock. The clock's flipped over. So far, so good. Just want to say 645 people have tuned into the live stream so far in that first little bit there. So now we charge towards 7:30 to see just how crazy it can get. And he drove past Rogers Place about an hour, goes in. It is glowing. Well, that's solid because it's going to be glowing with hockey action tonight on our television sets for sure. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the 50-50 draw. Mangato ta 50-50 draw is at, you want to believe it? $11 million. Absolutely. So, with that said, let's go get this done and see what we can achieve the rest of the way home this evening. A crew of Edmonton Oilers send their well wishes. Oh, okay, so everybody's in their Team Canada uniforms are the Oilers. There's Zach Kassian, Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse rocking the Canadian jersey as well. Now what else do we got? Ooh, Tyler Ennis. Don't forget about him. He looks, he's an odd guy with that hair. He likes that bunched up hair, that's for sure. Tyson Barrie actually wearing the Oilers hat. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to take it off, but it's going to be a fun time to have Tyson Barrie as an Edmonton Oilers this season, I promise you that. Ladies and gentlemen, they are flipping the pregame broadcast over to full pregame coverage now, and we find ourselves 7:01 on the clock, charging towards 7:30 and game time. As Austin, good evening, welcome in. I don't think that's a question I have to answer on the internet. And Marine, it's 9 p.m. for you. Well, let me tell you, that's the fun part about these time zones. We had some folks watching from Ireland the other night. We had folks watching from all over the world. Like, you want to have a little bit of fun here on Dolynny TV and track how it's all going throughout these World Juniors this tournament. Let's just go for a little stat check. See, this is the nice part. All on the Barrie train. Well, Barrie's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, McToads, I'm hoping for just light out offense, and we already are worried about the defense, so we don't have to get too nervous about that anymore. But if I give you this, have a little bit of fun with this. My top countries. So the countries that have tuned into Dolynny TV so far in January. Canada at 60.2%. Finland 9.4%. The United States 8.6%. As I hit the T-belt, I don't know. Sweden 4.3%, Russia 2.9%, Germany 1.8%, United Kingdom 1.3% of the audience coming from there, Ukraine 0.7%, Australia, oh, our good friends in Australia 0.6%, Slovakia 0.6%, Italy 0.4%, Kazakhstan 0.4%, France 0.4%, Belarus, Norway, and Poland all at 0.4. You'll see that? That is quite the little bit of a spread of countries for sure. Spreading the old fun of hockey, the fun of puck drop, I guess you could say, around the world here on Dolynny TV this evening. And that's always the one thing I got to keep in mind is the fact that, well, you know what? This is not just a Canada thing. This is not a North America thing. This is a world event. And, well, now we've got ourselves Canada versus the U.S. in gold medal. Really? Oh my goodness. Canada versus the USA in the gold medal game. 04, 10, and 17. Aye, aye, aye. And McToads, yeah. The word on the street saying Jones looks good. Well, when Paul Coffey's calling you and saying, you know what, you got a good shot, show up to camp and go have a good one. Guess what? That's big numbers there for Caleb Jones in terms of the positive column. And I guess we'll see what Caleb Jones brings in his first game on the Oilers' second pair. So now, let's see what goes on. Travis, Holloway scores the game winner tonight. We'd definitely like to see that. That wouldn't be too bad. You see kind of the run back. Winner wins gold, Canada versus Finland. And it's been a run so far. Canada did it last year. They've done it this year. So let's see what they can bring home tonight. Andre Trigne, the head coach of Team Canada, now on the set, absolutely chuckling it up. Chuck, welcome in. See how I did that? That's just for you. As we've got Bob McKenzie and TSN's James Duthie on the screen right now. And yeah, Paul Coffey, thank goodness he's not on the Oilers bench anymore. Let's just say that. Let's see what we got going on. As apparently the poll on Dolynny TV today started a fire because people can't handle the fact that I like to have fun with my polls and nobody should take my polls seriously that I do on the channel because, seriously, do you take me seriously when I'm sitting here giving you the eyeballs and telling you to take me seriously? No. So what are we doing? Anyway, Finland, Russia, 4-1 final there. And now it's all down to the last game of the tournament, Canada versus the USA. And oh yes, you betcha, 7:30 p.m. start. That is now 24 minutes away. Dylan Cousins looking to close it out. Devin Levi looking to close it out. And the only way Holloway gets winning goal is if it's 2-on-1. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily it. I think Dylan Holloway's bound to grease one this game at a time when it matters. And whiff, is my tie a full Windsor or a half Windsor? Here's the thing. I'm a semi-retired broadcaster. One thing I could never figure out in about 6 years of broadcasting, tying a tie. I had my neighbor in Cold Lake, back when I used to live in Cold Lake. I was just finishing, was it high school? Or no, I had finished my first year of college. It was my first year of college, and I needed to get some ties tied for the second year for broadcasting on television at NAIT. Well, my neighbor came up clutch, a professional man out on big business in Cold Lake, and, well, you know what? He came up clutch, tied this tie for me, and I've kept it tied ever since. Can you imagine? Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you. This tie has potentially been tied longer than some people tuning into this live stream have been alive. That's a fun fact for you here on Dolynny TV. And Jared, good evening. Welcome in. Man, that rolls off the tongue weird. That one felt weird. Anyway, glad to have you along. Glad you were able to stop by and check it out. Coming in from, of course, potentially maybe that thing I threw up there on Facebook. But glad to see you in the stream, and thank you. Tie really makes your eyes pop. Well, it's not my blue tie, though. I miss my blue tie. I'll tell you that. But actually, I should give you the full tour of the setup. Kind of the situation here of what I've all accumulated over the years now. As you can see, there's not much else to see. There's just one jersey behind me. That's about it. If you guys want the old room tour, it's a pretty standard wall. And, you know, Jared may be very, very disappointed in the quality of green screen I've got up there, but you know what? I gotta say, the best part about this setup, for anyone that's watching, and I'll show it because it's the best part, is I'm just trying to fill time here as we get through. So that's essentially, if you see how I'm doing that, that is all green screen there. And if I go here, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. We'll have to do it at one point tonight when the moon gets out here in southern Alberta. But that is essentially what I got. Nice little green screen there. And the cheat to that is if you go online, you can sit here and buy a green screen for $300 or sometimes ridiculous numbers. All right. So to anyone looking to start broadcasting or start doing stuff with green screens, go to your local dollar store. Easiest thing you will do this week, if you have some time, go to your dollar store and buy 2 sheets of neon green plastic tablecloth. Works like a charm. No doubt about it. As we are now, okay, look at that. I stalled that much time. 29 minutes away from puck drop. That's the frustrating part with any hockey game, is you always got to wait that extra 5 minutes longer. And Mac and Mad, do I stream every day? No, I do not stream every day. If I streamed every day, that'd be a little too intense, and with work, definitely is not going to be able to live stream every day, especially this year. And Zin, I do have an Edmonton Oilers tie. Someone once very special to me got me an Oilers tie for, was it a birthday? Was it a Christmas? Couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you because that's one of my failings in life. But the issue is, right? I still have an Oilers tie. But what did I just repeat here a moment ago as we're getting ready for this game is the fact that I don't know how to tie a tie. So I have an Oilers tie. I just simply can't tie the thing. So it's sitting in a box, literally in a box right beside my dresser in my room, is what it is. As Harpoon, welcome in. Who do I take in Heiskanen, Hughes, or Makar? Harpoon, what you may not know, you've followed the channel for a couple of weeks now, but what I'll tell you is I have spent about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes of my life up in Bonnyville and Cold Lake back in 2016 interviewing Cale Makar, who was then captain of Team Canada West. And yes, no matter how you throw the argument, the best defenseman, best rookie defenseman, best young defenseman, best defenseman I'm looking forward to watching the rest of my time watching the NHL till he retires, Cale Makar, 4th overall to the Colorado Avalanche way back in 2017. All right, let's see what we got. Is that why you got a bit of a shimmer on my Canada layout? Yes, I would exactly tell you why, because there's a little bit of reflection of the light. And green screen for $300. I got mine off of eBay. Well, I mean, what is it? Is it the Elgato green screen that I'm thinking of? That's probably what I'm thinking there. That costs $300 or something silly. I've looked into it before, and I've always said it's too expensive. I went and spent $3.50 and said good enough. And I mean, see, even that, $20, under $20, $3.50 value buy. And I mean, that McDavid jersey might only be about $100 or 100 times more than that. So what's really dangling up on the wall there? And dude, is this going to show the USA versus Canada game live or not? No, it will not. I cannot show you guys the game this evening due to copyright. That just simply will not work for me. I've got way too good of a thing going on here with the Oilers, so I don't have to go out there and risk getting my channel shut down to show you the game, to sit here and try to make a couple of cheap views. All right, for sure. There we go. Done and dusted. Case is closed. And now closing in, and we are getting close to that 1,000 viewer mark here on the live stream. Thank you everybody who's stopped on by so far, because, well, you know what, we're coming up on what's always a good milestone to get in the Edmonton Oilers games, and now, you know what, we're already here on this Team Canada stream. All right, what can we see? What we're getting going here. I'm missing something, and I'm sure it's the lines for Team Canada, as Gord Miller's tweeting out the 50-50 picture, $11.494 million. $11.5 million essentially up for grabs, split in half, and away you go. That, my friends, is a little crazy. Zachy, welcome in as we're getting towards hockey time right now. At 7:13 in this time clock on my computer. What am I trying to say? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out as we go along this evening, as I can't even get my computer to click properly now. But we're seeing what's going on here as we've got ourselves a commercial break, of course, in TSN, and that's the one part about the World Juniors this year is there's some long commercial breaks, unfortunately. And what do you do, right? It's been tough, but for TSN, they got to make something pay. And at least there's some new commercials that we're getting to see this evening, as it looks like Canadian Tire's firing up one of their older commercials, one of the more heart-touching commercials they've put together. Jeff, yes, we are sitting about 17, 18, 20 minutes to go here on the wait for TSN to broadcast tonight's game, that's for sure. I need a breath. I've just talked a whole bunch of a lot. I just needed a breath. And of course that Canadian Tire commercial always tugs at your heartstrings too. Alright. Now I take a breath and it feels like I've slowed down way too much. Oh boy, it's going to be a fun evening, isn't it? We're going to have a lot of fun here. As back to that poll I was talking about, if I can get that brought up for you, let me just get you some reaction of what's going on there so far this evening. Bing, bang, boom. Where is it? Community tab. We find ourselves. Simple poll, really. Who wins the World Juniors tonight was the question on Dolynny TV 9 hours ago on the community tab. And, well, here we go. Canada, because we're the best, leads the way with 67%. Canada, because USA is going to have a bad game, 1%. Canada, because this is Dolynny TV, well, because you got to throw it on there, right? You got to have something to have a little bit of fun, 8%. Canada, because back-to-back, baby, yeah, we're going for a repeat here, 17%. And USA, because that other Canada I talk about will show up, that's at 7% only on 278 votes. And there's no margin for error. That's true and positive right there. On 278 votes, I can guarantee you what has happened so far. And my goodness, people just turn things into things for sure. All right, let's get it going. As you're going to quickly ride the bike to the Japanese hardware store, so you'll miss the first 15 minutes. Jeff, well, home improvements sometimes can't wait, and that's all right. Did I see the old Steve Dangle has Edmonton winning the North? No, I didn't. But that's good for him. Finally, some Toronto guy that gets it going for us. As well, you look at this. They, I believe, have a feature on Dylan Cousins right now, playing a little bit of hockey. And now you've got his dad there wearing the Sabres hat. Oh, look at that. They've already got the Sabres hat. Interesting, eh? And Lisa, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Long time no see, but we're about to have a heck of a lot of fun here coming soon, aren't we? As the Jets and Oilers will renew rivalries here in, I don't know, a couple of days' time. 9 games. That's going to be crazy for sure over the span of 56 games total. And there you go. Ooh. Wow. Alright, so we're going to have ourselves a good little live stream here between Canada and the USA. It's going to be fun for sure. Let me see if I have any more information. That's the problem I really don't like about TSN.ca's pregame stuff is legitimately they have 4 stat columns, the time of game, the record of the teams, and that is it. That is all. And that is the problem. As there's not much pre-game material to talk about when it comes to finding stuff on TSN. You got to look to Twitter and everything's kind of a little messed up in Twitter at times, as you've got some memories from Jeff Witka coming up on Sports Hour with Reed Wilkins. And yeah, there is not much happening here at all. Nice jacket. Thank you, Lisa. And let's see what else we've got. As you guys in the chat there. Do I find the Oilers overrated or underrated? Can I say this? Can I say this way? The Oilers will rate themselves. Nobody has to do it for them. The only one that should be rating the Oilers is the Edmonton Oilers themselves this year. And what I mean by that is it's show and prove time for the Oilers. You know what? Anybody who's a talking head out there, the Oilers will do this, the Oilers will do that. Shut up and watch. That's my message. Straight up, enough with the predictions. We've talked it over a million times. Everybody's gone out here and said this or that. And until we see the product on the ice, everything is meaningless. Sure, you can be excited to watch them. I'm not saying don't be excited to watch the Oilers. But right now, any hype, any kind of sore losers when it comes to the Oilers, it's all just talk. It's cheap. It's useless. It's time to play hockey. We've waited long enough to play hockey. Quite honestly, the summer I had, I regret watching the games against Chicago because straight up I delivered a product on YouTube that was very subpar by my standard of quality. And now, you know what? I get my shot again to do that for the first time since March, essentially, to do regular seasons, go through a run of a season, and get into the playoffs in a traditional standard stuff where I haven't gone out and absolutely kind of lost myself in the summer. All right. That's fair. I think that's fair, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is a completely fair statement there for me. I mean, we'll have a lot more fun throughout this season, that's for sure. All right. Kind of hard to rate the Oilers. A lot of new faces at camp. Well, and that's what I mean. All the talking heads, it's all just useless stuff at the end of the day. It's all just to get clicks and views, unfortunately. And that's how broadcasting has been for years. But now, so with the online stuff, it's all clicks and views. What do? It's clicks and views. No, I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not. The problem being is I'm not about to sit here and say, and after doing it last time, sit here and say the Oilers are going to go out there and win the Stanley Cup. All right. Definitely not cheering for the Flames. I've been to the Saddle Dome more times than I'd like to admit. For non-Oilers games, by the way. Maybe an Old Dominion concert. Maybe, I don't know, a Flames versus Blackhawks game. And I don't know, maybe a Flames versus Bruins game as well. You see that kind of mini pattern there, original six? There might be something to that, or maybe it's just coincidence that they were playing in back-to-back weeks and I had a couple of free nights. I don't know. You tell me. All right. Let's see where everybody is at after 10 games. Then we can start talking predictions. Nathan, that is exactly fair out. Shut up and prove. Shut up and play. Shut up and watch. That's the end of the day. What it comes down to is I'm just tired of everybody talking like they know what's going to happen. Because I can tell you, as an Edmonton Oilers fan, since 2005, 2006, you just don't know what's about to happen next. All right. All right. As well, Sportsnet, that's great for Sportsnet. See, at the end of the day, that's what I say. Because if Sportsnet wants to predict Leafs all day, let them do it. Because we'll see where everything's at after 10 games, and I guess we'll find out. There we go. All right, here we go. 722, Mark Masters, who's been dubbed the hardest working man in the World Juniors bubble, is ready to go here. So let's get this going. Let me see if I can't find it here for you, as this is World Juniors coverage, not camp coverage for the Oilers. So I got to reconfigure some files here and go to lineups, Canada gold medal game. And let's talk all about it here, shall we? Let's go. Let's get it on the screen. Duh. Oh, it's a good thing I've learned to laugh at myself. I know there's somebody in the live stream that at least understands what that means because back in my younger years, that's one thing I couldn't do too well, and you know what? That partly contributes to what I've been saying all night, the semi-retired play-by-play Junior B broadcaster. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Masters 2021 World Juniors lineups for the gold medal game between Canada and the USA, and here it is. Pelche, McMichael, Cousins, that's the new look line. Quinn, Newhook, Krebs, that's the second line now that Newhook's back. Holloway, Byfield, Perfetti. Talk about a line that isn't afraid to get up in your face. Quinton Byfield, a guy that plays with that power forward edge, similar to Dylan Holloway. And then you've got Cole Perfetti in there as well. Talk about a top 15 of the 2020 draft in one line. Yeah, that's a top 15. Dawson Mercer, Suzuki, Tomasinu. Then you've got Connor Zary as the 13th forward. So if I'm any betting man, I'd be looking to put Connor Zary in there with Holloway and Byfield every third shift, whatever you need to do to get him out there and get him ice time. You maybe platoon him with Mercer for the rest of the game and see if you can't get Connor Zary into the game. He's an impact forward. He looks to always dig the puck out from the corner, always looks to engage in the board battles. So I've liked what I've seen out of Connor Zary so far this tournament. And the other thing is, I believe he's not too afraid to shoot the puck. So that's the other nice part here too. All right, Byram, Drysdale. No hard feelings there, right? I didn't think they'd stack up to the Russian competition, and by all accounts they shouldn't have. But here we are, gold medal game against Team USA. Who's to complain now, right? Shut up and watch. Take my own advice sometime. It works out. It all looks good. Thomas Harley, Braden Schneider on the second pairing. And then you've got Gooley and Barron in there as well, with Caden Korzak getting the job done as the seventh defenseman. Devin Levi, of course, he starts, and the scratches Gauthier and Spence with Doc injured. All right, fair enough. We're covered. Let's get this going. And there we go. Let's see what we got. Well, Maddie, we'll get her going. There's some. Oh my goodness, you guys want some good Tyson Dolynny content? You should definitely go check out what Maddie's talking about there with the old RTV stuff for sure. So, what I got to tell you is I'll show you what we got. It'll be a good time. We'll get into some play-by-play here as soon as puck drops in 7 minutes or so. I think I'm going to let it rip. I mean, I let it rip there during the Russia-Canada game, and it felt good. So we'll find out what we find out here. Next, Snipes Edmonton Oilers is back. Well, as I advertised, is if you need a break, from Ray Ferraro and Gord Miller, I am glad to be your break from Gord Miller and Ray Ferraro. I don't know if everybody does, but if you do, that's all okay. I'd love to be your break, as it looks like an odd selection of folks. There, our TV. That's the last time you and I were on the desk, X. That's the crazy part. Last time you and I were up on a desk, it was way back. That's why I called you earlier today. That's the thing. I called up X right about when I was heading into Calgary today for work, just chat on the phone while driving, and I was going to tell him, like, man, it's been, 8 years? 8 years since you and I were last on a desk together, and now here we are crushing Edmonton Oilers content together, and maybe crushing a couple of squad wins on the old night fort as well. I mean, not to admit what I do in my spare time, but potentially, right? All right, anyway. Let's see what we can do here. There's a lot of fun to be had with this chat this evening, and that's the best part. Ladies and gentlemen, 99% of you won't get why that's so funny for me, but there's a funny little pattern developing here in the chat, and it all centers around those three letters put together, RTV, and that's the best part for me this evening. Sometimes things all come full circle when it matters most, and tonight on a big stage, oh yeah, it's a good time. And McToads, no Warzone. I'm going to tell you two things about my PS4. It's from 2014, and I don't have an external hard drive. I'll let you figure out the rest. That's why there's no Warzone. It's a pretty simple add up. I think if anyone plays Warzone for Call of Duty, that those two things add together very quickly. All right, 7:28, my friends. We're waiting for this game to get underway. We've almost successfully navigated through essentially an hour preamble before the game. I'm not complaining. That's a pretty solid start to a live stream here on Dolynny TV. Looks like we've got 2 minutes of commercials coming up on the TSN stream, and then James Duthie, Bob McKenzie will have two other words handed over to Gordon Miller and Ray Ferraro, and away we go this evening. And maybe a little bit play-by-play here on Dolynny TV for you. So, like I said, semi-retired Junior B broadcaster. Don't rate my play-by-play here up too high, all right? And I just got one last text message to reply to. As this is a pretty hot night, I've got a text message in saying there's a lot of people doing this style of a stream. I would expect there to be a lot of people doing this style of stream. This is a pretty popular thing for these big games like this. But you could also, hey, you know what's actually more popular than most of these other streams is the fact that you could go check out the Los Angeles Lakers versus Memphis Grizzlies stream on Sir from the Sixes stream. He's got 561 people watching. My goodness, that's a that's an alright live stream if I don't say so myself. I've had 561 people tuning into a live stream at once before, and that was way back when I live streamed the 2017 Home Run Derby. 20,000 views in 20 minutes live. That is, by all accounts, probably the craziest numbers I will ever put up on YouTube in the next 5 years. Alright, finally the 1%. Love doing the RTV with you and the boys. Glad to see I stuck with it. Well, Maddie, you know what? I might not show it a lot on Facebook. It's been nice to kind of sit back and know what I'm doing, and of course see what everybody else is doing with their lives, and then sitting here also realize that I'm doing the exact same thing I was doing in high school, right? That's the half fun part of it, is you sit there and you're like, whoa, man, everybody else gone, grown up, gotten lives, and here's Tyson still doing his thing. But hey, living the dream, right? Can't not live the dream. That's for sure. I don't know how to word that more elegantly. Alright. Hansa, I look happy. Well, it's been a good start to the stream. You know what? A couple of people have come on by, made my night, and I think I can't not smile is what I'd say. Lane, welcome in. And there we go. Sky, welcome in. Glad to have you along. And congrats to Oilers prospect Matai Blumel. That's, I believe, how you say it. Matai Blumel. Who scored? Yes, Michael, as you said, his first career hat-trick in the Czech Extraliga. Blumel's been on quite a tear, and here's Tyson not talking about him. That's the toughest part, is I have not talked about Matai Blumel at all. And it is what it is. Gelgard now. Yeah, that's the crazy part. You got a whole crazy life going on there, Maddie. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. Half the stuff you post on Facebook, 90% of the stuff you post on Facebook, all of the stuff you post on Facebook may or may not exactly make my day. It's a lot more skewed to the may make my day. It's great to see everybody doing what they're doing. And I mean, I don't want to sit here and say what you're doing, so I'm not going to say what you're doing, but the stuff I see does very much so make my day. All right. Let's see. Play my Xbox Series X, Xbox NHL 21. Man, imagine playing NHL 21 on the Xbox X. Couldn't be me. I'm a PS PlayStation guy. James Duthie, Bob McKenzie, on the desk. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Let's get going. Enough chatting away and talking my head off. It is time to get this going this evening. James Duthie assuming the desk for the next 2 or 3 minutes as we get set to hand it over to Gord Miller and Ray Ferraro for what's going to be an excellent hockey game this evening. All right, let's see. What are they talking about? Maybe if I take off the headphone, we can see what we do. And all right, Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro. Oh, there we go. They are going to get us ready. And let me say this about the TSN broadcast, as somebody that obviously plays around with green screen and stuff. They've got this whole flag set up, this flag overlay under the desk. It's interesting to me because I've never really seen that used too many other places, but when they're on camera turned around from the desk, they have the flag underlay. And I don't know if the Oilers do it when Kevin Quinn and Louis DeBrusque are doing it, but I guess it's the same desk, so why wouldn't they be? I guess we'll find out. Sean, you're getting excited? Let's go. It's going to be fun. Mac and Mad, we'll catch you. Hey, thanks for being along for the pregame show. Let's see if this Team Canada can show up and deliver for us. I've almost gone through a full cup of lemonade water so far, so maybe I should slow down and stop drinking from the cup. It's just nice. The cup's been good. Cup's helping me along. Now turned over to Craig Button here. Another fun fact on Dolynny TV. If you haven't been in a World Junior stream so far, there's Craig Button on TSN covering the World Juniors. Here's Tyson on Dolynny TV covering the World Juniors. We once crossed paths and actually covered the same thing at the same time in a Facebook interview I did with Craig Button back in 2016. Oh yes, that was the tournament I met Cale Makar. Okay, you see how it all combines together? It's all one giant thing here on my life history. All right. The delay, Lisa? The delay is going to be pretty bad. I think it's about 30 seconds at best. Let me see if I can not hit my refresh button here before we go live for the game and get something going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Let's go. See what we can do. We've got the ESSO commercials. See what we can see. All right. One last check of things. One last kind of math of things. And there we go. Legitimately, we have just now crossed 1,420 views on the live stream. Solid so far. Let's get to it. Ooh. Nope, we're going to commercial break. Here I thought. And laws? Clearly, you don't know what it looks like to be on a television broadcast. This is the Saturday special, and I mean, I promise you, you want to see me dressed like this every Saturday, come on by Dolynny TV for Hockey Night in Canada. I promise this is going to look solid to you every single Saturday night. All right, done it. Thank you. And let's see. Commercials. Commercials. I'm just ready to rip. I'm just ready to rip at this point. And of course, now 7:36. Puck drop was supposed to be 35 minutes away. It's now 7:36. So unless I'm about 2 minutes behind or something, I don't know what's going on. As we are just waiting for things to get underway here on TSN. TELUS Canada partnership. That's a Hockey Canada thing. Now they've got the Tim Hortons commercial. You know, I made the mistake. I went to McDonald's for breakfast this morning. Should have went to Timmy's. I mean, not sitting here complaining about McDonald's because I love myself bacon and egg McMuffin from McDonald's, but they butchered it. They butchered it. They gave me a ham and egger. All right, that's the pregame meal. No, that was the breakfast meal this morning at about 6:30 in the morning, even though it said 2 a.m. on my clock. All right. Nope. We went to a black screen, and no siree, it's just more commercials here on TSN. All right. And Sean, am I wearing shorts? That's the old broadcaster trick. No, I am still wearing the jeans I went to work in. Because the number one thing about down here, it's a little cold. I will tell you that much. Twitch, the game is hopefully getting underway here. We're hoping, but I'm just waiting for it to get going. And there we go. At long last, we're going to get it going. So, we are seconds away. We're going to pitter-patter get at her here in a moment. As, again, still, we go from the commercials. Now we go to a live shot of Edmonton with commercials overlaid on top. There's City Hall. Beautiful City Hall in downtown Edmonton. And, all right, Canada. USA in the gold medal game, and so I'd pretend like that's something that I haven't seen before, but I have indeed seen someone broadcast like that for a joke video. Olivier Goon, one of the referees. I didn't get the rest. My bad. Jules, welcome in. Long time no see. And once again, thank you so much for the super chat here on Dolynny TV. 4-1 record for Spencer Knight. He is looking to try and shut out Canada tonight and get the job done. Obviously not shutout. Now I cursed it for him. Good job, Tyson. Devin Levi, 6-0 in the tournament, looking to get it going as Jules' super chat will sit there at the top of the board for how much it's moving? About one spin every second. So the next 30-40 seconds. Once again, thank you, Jules. A way to start this stream off hot with the Go Canada chat. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it right now. Peyton Krebs looking ready to go. It's going to be the captain. Is it the captain in the face-off dot for Canada? Bowen Byram taking the face-off for Canada? What? Or am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Guys, I'm a fool. Don't listen to me. It's Alex Newhook in the face-off dot. One back by Canada, turned onto the defense. There's Jamie Drysdale. Near side blue line, he's going to chip it up through the neutral zone. Team USA back behind their net. They'll play it around the boards. Rim it to the far side wall. It goes off a stick and back into Canadian territory. All the way down to the goal line. Bowen Byram plays it there to his left winger. This one chopped into the neutral zone, now near side. Canada moves it ahead onto a stick. There's Newhook. A shot goes wide. First shot attempt of the game for either side. Off to a hot start. Both teams flying out of the game. Josh, my man, my moderator. Josh, throwing $4.99 down. Thank you so much. By the way, interrupting the play-by-play. I was just getting into the flow. Anyway, nothing much of note happening there in the last 30 seconds as Canada turning this puck back into the American zone. They're on the near side corner now. Dylan Cousins on the ice as Jacob Pelche getting grinding on towards the puck here. It finds Pelche in the slot, but turned over off of a stick of an American who will play it onto the boards, not out. Now another attempt. Harley can't keep it in. This puck down the ice. It won't be icing. They will rule that Schneider could have gotten there. He'll turn around and battle the boards. And look at this. Both teams coming hungry on the boards out of the gate. I don't think we've seen either team in a game, or both teams, come out of the gate pressing the board issue early in the game. Maybe Slovakia, Canada for Canada so far. Don't know what the USA games have been like so far. But as you say, Josh, it is Canada, USA, like it should be when they have the chance to face each other. And well, let's do it. As we are just through the first minute of play. That's it. That's all it was. The first minute of play. Oh, minute and a half. My bad. My pardon. Let's get it rolling. Face off in the Canadian zone off of the icing. It's going to be Connor McMichael taking it. Dylan Cousins to his immediate left. He's going to lose it. Back now. The Americans shoot the puck. Devin Levi. His first save of the hockey game. And another one to the tally that he's had. He's had several so far this year. And you've got everybody doing everything. Maybe perhaps the Canadian fans not nearly as interesting, perhaps you could say, as the one Canadian fellow last night enjoying that whatever thing he had. I don't even know how to describe that oversized thing, but 18:15 to go in this first period of play. The puck behind the American net. The Canadians now cycling it high to the point. They're going to find it short side, near side, shot off the pads. Shot fired. Save in front. Dylan Holloway bouncing for a rebound. Once again, can't get there. The goaltender Spencer Knight without his stick. And the Canadians just going to keep tapping it around on him. The American player able to get it back to him. Now Team USA back in on the forecheck. They're going to play it down low and turn it over to Canada to complete a line change. Allow the Canadians to bust out of their own zone and back the other way. It comes off of a tip in just at the blue line. And that's an icing. Okay, I thought there was a tip there, but clearly it was behind the red line. I thought it was the blue line. And this one, the best chance of the game so far for Canada. Beauty of a pad save. And another chance there. Just a stick too late for Dylan Holloway, who tied up in the legs of the player in front of him. And that didn't allow him to cash the first goal of the game. 17:36 to go in this first period. The U.S. once again scrambles up a big face-off in the offensive zone. They're going to shoot the puck. It's going to go into the corner. Now everybody in both jerseys looking for it, trying to come up with it. Oh, man. Big hit there by Dawson Mercer, laying into the man, falling down himself. The American player stumbles the puck now. Blocked there and chipped out of the zone by the Canadians, who will get right back onto the forecheck. Dawson Mercer coming after the puck hard, and he's trying to turn this one over. Almost does, not fully effective. 17:06 to go in this first period. Now a chance there to keep it in. They do briefly, and another chance. They might even get a shot out of this. Connor McMichael spun around on the shot attempt after getting it blocked by a stick. Kept in once again by the Canadians. Good forecheck so far, and not a bad effort out of our squad to start this hockey game, may I add. Devin Levi, he's going to rim it around the boards. 16:40 to go in this first period. Played there. Now to the near side wall in the neutral zone for Team USA, who will flip it in. And both teams content so far to really just get going on the forecheck and see what they can generate. Now, once again, neutral zone for the Americans after the failed attempt by the Canadians to break half. Now back behind the Canadian zone, or Canadian net. And already flubbing it early in this live stream. It's going to be a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as the Americans dump it down low. A puck right into the middle of the ice from right behind the net, right off the post essentially. Nothing doing for Team USA. They'll have it in the neutral zone now all of a sudden, kind of dictating the last minute and a half here, throwing it all around, back into the Canadian zone almost every time it leaves the Canadian zone. And now there's maybe a chance to get it out, a stretch pass. That's going to be offside. And yes, they will rule it offside. Peyton Krebs at the American blue line. And that's the Cousins family. There's everybody tuning in. I mean, look at everybody. They've got some solid living rooms. I wish I had living rooms like that. Just kidding. I got my Christmas tree up still. Quentin Byfield. How about him? Well, he's going to get out there and get a shift here for Team Canada. It looks like they may very well have Connor Zary on the wing for this one. They do. See, maybe somebody's watched Canada a little bit. And that's going to be a save by Spencer Knight on the shot by the Canadians. And perfect tournaments, never trailed and were never tied after 0-0. Soviet Union 1977, Canada 2015, and so far, Canada in 2021. This is the squad, right? This is the squad we said could do it, and so far it looks like they're doing it. Now the Americans trying to kind of turn that one around as we're going to go into the offensive zone, chipped in there by Dylan Holloway. And this one now played around the boards. 15:15 to go. First period between Canada and the USA. The Americans have the puck in their own zone, working it up, middle of the ice. And it'll be flipped in by the Americans off a turnover in the neutral zone. Now turned back there by Team Canada, who will have, and well, a chance to do something. It's not going to be icing. Dawson Mercer beats that puck. Sorry, they took a weird cut in the camera action there that threw me off. I thought it was icing for a second. 14:45 to go in this first period between Canada and the USA, where both teams are definitely coming hard, grinding at each other, throwing the body, using the stick, playing hard, and just going and having a good hockey game to start. Nice battle of intensity for that gold medal this evening. The U.S. along the near side boards at their own blue line, fired in off a couple of tips. 14:20 to go in this first period. Dylan Cousins going to fire it in. He's going to dip it into that corner, and they're going to come back and fire it out. And out of play. 14:10. Let's see what okay, they're talking about. Oh my goodness, guys. Kidding me here. Okay, anyway. 0-0. 14:10 to go in this first period, as the Americans, they will fire this puck once again into the neutral zone. Not behind the net now. Canada, Bowen Byram finds the puck. He's going to find out of his zone, all the way into the offensive zone actually. Fire a shot, Spencer Knight the save, and that was an awkward kind of play. Bowen Byram, the sea just parted and allowed him to keep keep skating. What looked like he was going to pass it off as soon as he hit half. No, he then went to the blue line. Looked like he might shovel it back to the blue line. Nope. He went straight through around the defender and then just simply floated a shot on goal for a face-off, and potentially exactly what we didn't need, a commercial break to interrupt the flow. All right. Anyway, we find ourselves a 0-0 game so far. Canada, the U.S., very well engaged in both sides of the puck, and everything you can say is just positive to have this game going. And there we go. Oh, wait. Throw an ad yourself, Tyson. Why not? Let's find out. Let's see if I can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in and you want to stick around for Edmonton Oilers coverage, maybe as Neon Leon there describes that my commentary has gotten better since the last time last time he saw me do it anyway. What I could say is maybe you want to hit that subscribe button and see what the Edmonton Oilers season will treat you to. That could be fun for sure. I promise you, Oilers play-by-play, a little bit more amped up, especially if I can get myself a live television feed here come playoff time. Anyway, yeah, definitely the Florida Panthers, they have some serious keepers in net. Yeah, they've got Spencer Knight and Devin Levi, and two of the very best at this tournament, that is for sure. Here we go. 13:48 to go in this first period. Chance on net, blocked in front twice. Canada had two solid looks, couldn't get it going either time. And now it's going to go around the block. All right, Redlock, appreciate that. Let's find out what we have going. If I can get back into the rhythm here. Canada on the near side wall. They're going to enter the zone, and you can't do that. I will tell you. You can't enter the zone at the same time, but have the guy without the puck. You can't enter the zone after the guy without the puck's already entered the zone. That is an offside. That's a go take a seat on the bench and let's get the top line out there. How about that? 13:28 to go in this first period. Bounced ahead, a couple of glove passes, but it was a glove pass by a Canadian off of the glove of an American, then onto the stick of a Canadian. So no whistle there. Shot off the... I don't even know what happened. Just a pass out of the corner, and Dylan Cousins, because Dylan Cousins has a wicked release, gets a puck. Spencer Knight out. He thought he had it swallowed, couldn't have it swallowed, and now the Americans are back in the neutral zone trying to set up an attack. A couple of fast bang plays in this first period, and you like to see that. Both teams buzzing right out of the gate. The goaltender's sharp, and now Dylan Cousins absolutely blowing his man away. Pelche driving to the net. Cousins can't get it there. Blocked at the side of the net. The Americans, how about this? Will start out of their own zone just with as much speed, but they'll turn back because they need to compete a line change here. 12:35 now to go in a scoreless first period. And this one, perhaps for Canada, could be one of those games that goes scoreless late. Chance in the high slot. Canada trying to dangle through everyone. Dylan Holloway, your arms are meant for hitting. Don't be trying to dangle out there, and I guess that's what he did. Turned over the puck. Now it's behind the Canadian net. Devin Levi looking for it. He can't find it. 12:15 to go as the Canadians flip it off the boards and out of their zone back into the American zone where Team USA gathers the puck. They'll start from the near side dot and get into the neutral zone. Dump in right from the red line. Devin Levi, as both teams appear to be changing, gets out there, and now Thomas Harley will skate with the puck. He'll look to set something up here. So this one goes right up the gut into the neutral zone, down into the American zone, and they'll wave off icing. Okay, again, every time I've thought there's going to be an icing call this game, there hasn't. Canada with the puck at the point after getting that possession down low. Thomas Sinu behind the American net now to the half wall corner. Near side, he'll go there, and that'll be a battle there by Suzuki along the boards against Sanderson for the Americans. He will win that battle, Will Suzuki. Now flipped once again, and the Americans and Canadians will engage in that corner and finally fire away. A shot does. Dawson Mercer on Spencer Knight. It's a freeze, and we've got ourselves a first period going on by. Alright, that's a solid little start to this game, if I can say. Mackie, Dolynny is going. Well, I got a long way to go in it. But look at that tape job. What is with these guys taping a third, a fifth, a strip? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, Canada wins the face-off. They immediately try to go back to the point after a failed shot, turn it over. Team USA comes back the other way. They'll fire the puck in here, 11:04 to go in this first period. The puck around the boards, and now back to the point where Team USA meets it. They fire a shot, deflects off of a couple of guys or just one guy, or I don't know, goes to the near side boards where the men in the white wear it again, and they fire that shot. Big save. No penalty there on the Canadian defender that absolutely torqued his man to the ice. And now that man comes up with the puck. They're behind the net are the Americans. Devin Levi looking for a chance. Fired one-timer, fanned. And America with it back at the point. And look at that. Devin Levi, you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. That one-timer misses. Fan chance there for, I believe, Cole Caulfield. And then Cam York fires it from the blue line. And, well, it's a big save for Devin Levi. Jules, thank you again. Appreciate it. Man, numbers coming out hot tonight. If I'm going to say anything, save it for the Oilers season. Those streams are going to need some life if we're down 3-0. But I appreciate it, Jules. And let's take a sip of action. Devin Levi stopped the last 70 straight shots. My goodness, that's a little wild. And now, 10:30 to go in this first period. They're going to fire it up into the zone. Will the Canadians off a deflection just past the red line. Now it's met there by Dylan Cousins with possession on the forecheck. It's tipped into the front slot area, that home plate kind of area they talk about on the TSN broadcasts all the time. The U.S., though, they came up with it. They're back into the Canadian zone. And that's kind of how this game's going. The U.S. gets a little bit more zone possession than Canada, but Canada coming up far superior in the shot department with a 7-4 advantage there as it stands. Now the transition game through the neutral, beautiful for Canada. They fire a shot, steered away there by the American goalkeeper. Now 9:48 to go in this first period. The puck once again into a neutral ice territory, 9:44 off the clock, and now 7 shots still remaining for Canada. So I guess it was deflected off a defender, that last shot I was talking about. And now, how about this? A chance here for Quinton Byfield to get in on the forecheck. In hot pursuit is Connor Zary. He got there. And that shot once again blocked. There's been some gutsy blocks in this game to begin the first 10.5 minutes. And now you get into the grinded out, gutted out first period time inside the last 9.5. This one block saved there by Devin Levi. Connor Zary, he's looking for it. This puck goes wide. And the Americans, another chance, missed on net. How about Dylan Holloway picking it up for the Canadians at their own blue line, working it into the American zone. 8:50 to go as time winds down rather rapidly. There's been a lot of stoppages, sure, but they have sure played some minutes when they get the puck on wide open ice between these two teams. Canada, the USA, they get it going back to the point now. The USA in the Canadian zone, they'll set up maybe a cycle. Maybe that would be a little bit of what the U.S. wants to do, is instead of throwing away pucks, is maybe set up a cycle or two and see if they can get a shift going in the offensive zone, hem the Canadians in. But it is what it is. They can't get it going so far through the first 9, 10, 11 and a half minutes. 8:19 now remaining on the score clock. Team USA trying to start out of their own end. That's been the story. The U.S. had a lot of possession in their own end, too. Just about as much in their own end as back in the Canadian zone. And again, they go to set up something at the point. The puck, it's not going where they want it to, whether they rim it around the boards or go back to the point. And so it's now another break out of their own zone. Like I said, spending some more time in their own zone. They'll go in the attack. There's the shot. A wrist shot on the pass. Snap shot. No goal. That one, the save by Devin Levi. Now turn there. The Americans in, walks around Newhook, shot save Levi, bounces back to the point. The Americans, the shot and save there by Devin Levi once again. How about that? 2-3 big saves in one shift. The Americans finally, they found the puck, they settled it down, and they got it going. And now they're going to try and get it going one more time. A couple of passes, starting to find each other. Actually, that one's going to hop right over the American stick. Past Jamie Drysdale, back onto another American stick. 7:14 to go in this period as that shot missed around. And now 7:08 as I'm seeing a no in the chat. That's not a positive sign out of Cold Lake Kid, who's normally a mile ahead of everybody. This puck, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The Americans, they sustain some zone time here And if anything's to be judged by the chat, just you wait till you see what I've got coming in a moment's time. They move it down from the point now, does Team USA. This is absolute pure dominance in the offensive zone. Canada just can't catch them. This one tipped around back of the net, and my goodness, I'm a mile behind you, Budsy, as this one shot from the point, tipped in front. And what am I watching? The Edmonton Oilers versus the Chicago Blackhawks in the play-in series in August, or what? As a tip in front scores Team USA the first goal of the hockey game. You know, I was waiting to bust that out at some point, right? I had to. If I'm going to complain about it, I'd have to do it at some point. And that is what a lot of teams have failed to do, is make the Canadians chase them around in their own zone, get traffic to the front of the net, and Alex Turcotte on the deflection in front. Classic, perfect tip. Gets it going, and that is back of the net. As the USA scores and opens the scoring for the first time against Team Canada in this tournament. Let me see what I got going here. So I don't know how you did that there, Clem, but we'll find out. As let's get going. And Clem, we don't discuss politics in here. we don't need that going on. So leave that aside tonight. 6:22 to go in the first period. 6:19 now in this first period. Canada will bounce back. Oh, baby, this is setting up. This is setting up a good hockey game. You know what? For the right Canada, they aren't going to have that perfect tournament like the USSR back in '77 or Canada in 2015. But we're going to find ourselves having a heck of a hockey game now, trailing a goal for the first time all tournament, and we're set to go battle through this one, that's for sure. As now, I'm going to take a second. We are on commercial break. I need to feed you a commercial, I think, if you get it. I mean, 99% of you don't get the commercials anyway, so not like I'm worried too much about that. And Mackie, the suit is fresh. Well, the suit, I've worn this one only, 3 times this tournament. The black fuzzy jacket. I actually lint rolled it tonight. I decided to do that. I thought that'd be a good idea. And then this shirt, it's got that pinkish hue. It's actually a lot more pink in person than what you see on the camera in the purple tie. I think that just accents it nicely. I don't know. The one thing, there's enough people that have been in the chat tonight that throughout my broadcasting career have been around. And they would tell you one thing I've never really known how to do is dress myself for camera. So now tonight, you see, I might have actually maybe figured it out after all these years and impressed some folks that haven't seen me in a while. Maybe I do. I know? No goal. All right. And brought out the 9s for the gold medal game. You betcha. 6:15 to go. Drew Hellison and Trevor Zegras get the assist. Now, oh man, Trevor Zegras. Oh, that means one thing. Dylan Cousins will be scoring the next Canadian goal. Mark my words. What Zegras does, Dylan Cousins does better. But the start to this one would be the fact that the Americans have to turn over a puck and allow the Canadians to come back the other way. But Canada simply cannot keep up with the Americans, even in their own zone right now. And there's all kinds of trouble. A 10-alarm save for Devon Levi off the blocker in front. Another one turned away there. It's a shooting gallery in the Canadian zone for the Americans now. Now Canada, Dylan Cousins right there. He gets it going. But again, guys, simple hockey here. Team Canada, 2 just bummer offsides, taking 5 seconds. What it seems like 5 seconds. It's a half second, realistically. Tyson, you saw the 5 and you said it wrong. But it's taken that extra half second to take the puck over the blue line. And bang, unfortunately for Canada, they can't seem to figure it out on the last 2 couple of close plays. 5:22 to go. And as Josh does say, here comes Zegras. And he's leading the tournament in points. That means, as you said, here comes Cousins. That's what the actual reference was. 5:10 to go here in this first period, ladies and gentlemen. 5:06. America once again with the possession in the zone. The puck deflects out of play. Yeah. The Americans are... and they just had a hot mic. If you guys can tell me about that hot mic, that would be great. And yeah, no, we are not changing the background. I promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly, I'm going to take to Twitter because Twitter always has the best reaction to the to the game. The U.S., according to Kurt Levins of the Edmonton Journal, winning a lot of foot races right now. Not the recipe you need if you are Team Canada. Boy, is that not. That is for sure. You cannot afford to be losing those foot races. That is why we are down 1-0. Let's go get World Hockey Report on Twitter's take, because it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Oh, Clem, thank you so much for tweeting out my stream. Appreciate that. That's the first time anyone's done that in a while, I think. And what a great pace to start the game. 2 best teams by miles. All right, that's actually, he's loving it. Okay, sure. Anyway, see what we get going here. The Germans are good. Yeah, the German squad, they were good. They are leading the tournament for sure in a lot of points categories. Canada can shoot the puck. Don't worry, it's early. Oh, Josh, to worry about the Canadians early. Well, like I said, we haven't seen this yet, so maybe a little concern there, but maybe not after all. And Michael, well, I'm a little bit early for that. I mean, the U.S. had maybe 10 minutes here where it's been a good stretch. Other than that, it's been good hockey, but we'll calm down. I don't want to go back there, right? Obviously, the tip goal, that's a sensitive issue for me. Not much, just a little bit of a sensitive issue. And it's only the first period. Far, far from time to panic. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the best part. Right now, Michael, to your point, if this was an Edmonton Oilers live stream, everybody would already be calling this game over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Team Canada live stream. This is Team Canada versus the USA. 1 goal does not decide the game until the last 30 seconds of the hockey game, typically. So USA, with another face-off win behind their net now, setting up to the near side boards. Alex Newhook trying to look for this puck. He's going to battle it off, and he, I think he may have just re-aggravated that shoulder by the way he shrugged off the puck there. He's not skating with the one arm fully. Something doesn't look right when it comes to Alex Newhook. He's just going to go for a line change. He does not feel right, so stay tuned to see what that's for sure. And Brett, I know we wouldn't be calling it game over, but you as well as anyone knows how the chat goes when it gets going down 1-0 with an effort to start like this for Canada. 4:09 to go. Canada now coming charging into the offensive zone. Quinton Byfield makes the guy drop his stick. Now he's going to try and play this one and see what he can do here. As both teams battling, Quinton Byfield behind the net. 3:53 to go. And this one now up the boards. And ooh, Budsy coming up with the clutch one. See, this is what I like about you guys being ahead. Now I get to watch something for sure. 3:42 to go in this first period. This puck ahead. And there's going to be a little bit of a play at the line. USA fires it in. Canada back to play behind their own net. And that is, my friends, yeah, that is going to be a tripping call there for sure. Is this one 3:24 to go and touched with 3:22 to go. A tripping call behind the Canadian penalty or Canadian net results in a USA penalty. Justin Barron drawing the penalty, and that's a chance at the puck. It was there a second ago. Can't get it going, and the American coach, he's looking a little disappointed in that. Bobby Brink takes the penalty. Bobby Brink, of course, a player for the Denver University hockey team, who just so happens to be playing with Carter Savoy. And now Canada on the attack, on the power play. Cole Perfetti out there. He's looking half wall, near side. Now cross into the slot. Shot in front. Hits Dylan Cousins in the leg. And then the rebound. Right back to Cousins. It goes right past him. Still recovering from the shot in the shin. 2:58 to go in this first period. More importantly, 1:30 already gone on the power play. Canada's got to clutch up here and strike and potentially tie this one up. Hopefully Cousins looking to get that point tie with Zigra once again. Now we find ourselves here. This puck going down low. It's going to be played there once again to the near side corner. Cole Perfetti comes up with it. Now the American player has it. Dylan Cousins leaves it for his defender. He's going to walk in. Shot fired, misses wide. And Connor McMichael can't get that one to go. Now back down to Perfetti on the half boards. Shot pass into the slot. Doesn't work. McMichael at the blue line out there with Bowen Byram. He's going to go down low instead of going high. Back to McMichael. Shot save. Spencer Knight. 2:13 to go in the first period. This one back to the middle of the ice, cleared by the Americans. And Josh, that is, well, good omen, I guess, for the Finns who won the bronze medal today. But maybe for Canada, not scoring right away on the power play is a good sign, because the Finns ended up losing that game last night against Team USA. This puck down deep for the Canadians. 26 seconds time left on the power play. No stoppage on the power play so far. Shot deflected in front once again. And my goodness, here we go, setting up the attack in the dying seconds of the power play is Team Canada. They are using that half-wall corner to really get things going. Jamie Drysdale out there quarterbacking. Shot. Chance in front, blocked in front. Spencer Knight diving, and not much happening there on a backhand from Suzuki that goes right on by him. Drysdale looking to rip the shot, goes wide, backdoor shot off of somebody and up and out of play. And what a scramble to finish up that power play. Wow. All right, talk about running a number around a little bit. And here's the chance for Tomasinu, blocked in front, and this one chance there for Spencer Knight to make the save, and there's the shot. Oh, that's a post. I thought that McMichael shot missed wide. No, that was deflected and off of the outside of the net. Watch this one come in right off that outside crease corner of the post. That, Budsy, as you said, is as close as you can come without scoring a goal. 1:14 to go in this first period. USA leading 1-0. Couple of guys coming in, and that Canadian player, he was just tumbling around. Dylan Holloway, he's a freight train, okay? The guy hits like a truck, and that's why that post came off. The guy is pure, absolute power on the ice. He goes down, he's not stopped, and he's taking the net out with his ribs. And I mean, that's pretty solid. He come in there crashing. Thankfully didn't take out Devin Levi. That would have been of concern. 12-10 the shots for Team USA. They've got an offensive zone face-off here in the first period with 1:07 to go. It's one back, thankfully, by Team Canada on this one. That's a huge get for us, as now back the other way. Canada on the attack. They're going to move this one down. Dylan Holloway, look out. The train's coming. Somebody blow the whistle. He's behind the net. Forechecking like he normally does. Back to the point after Canada comes up with it. And this one, stoppage in play. And crease violation by Team Canada. That's a rough play by Dylan Holloway. That's a crease violation, standing right there in the goaltender's blue paint. One of those weird calls that you see once in a blue moon. Something that, you go to a junior B game, and I mean, you've never seen it before, and that's the first time you see it. One of those things. Come watch the old junior B game. You'll see something you've never seen happen in hockey happen tonight. That used to be my tagline for junior B hockey. 32 seconds to go. Shot behind. Shot over top of the net now. And Devin Levi, man, he is such a coordinated goalie. He just sticks that stick in his pads, and away he goes, and we're having a lot of fun with it, that's for sure. And Clem, you have no clue who any of these Canadian players are? Well, Dylan Holloway, to educate anybody who's not sure why I'm talking about Dylan Holloway so much in the live stream. He's the Edmonton Oilers' 14th overall draft pick in the 2020 draft. Kind of a big deal when you're the Edmonton Oilers guy on YouTube. Just kind of, slightly. Not a huge deal, but kind of a big one. All right, chance here after a USA face-off win. Devin Levi. Dylan Cousins and Dylan Holloway. Devin Levi swallows up the puck. He'll make the save. 20.1 to go in this first period. And guys, an absolute crazy start to the live stream so far. Thank you to everybody who has donated. Of course, Jules and Josh. Appreciate it, guys. As we are getting ourselves going through this 18:30.3 seconds on the clock. I've got a message I have to check from my sister, so I wonder what she's saying this evening. Go Oilers, but Canada sucks at everything else. Canada, dominates at hockey. Fact. 16 seconds to go in this first period. 10 seconds now as the clock ticks into neutral ice. And that's going to be hand pass. Okay, sorry. I was like, they're calling interference on Peyton Krebs on that? Can't possibly be it, but that was a hand pass against Team USA because Lacombe came in there and played it after the man grabbed the puck off of the flip. Okay, makes sense. 5.7. Let's just end this. 2 seconds to go. Bad period. Got better at the end. In the books. 1-0. Team USA after one period of hockey. And thankfully it's only 8:13. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I have to tell you is I'm going to go take a much-needed bathroom break after I run an ad here. And secondarily to that, give you an update on how many people have stopped on by the live stream. That's an important thing, right? I like to talk about that. How about 2,077 people stopping on by here on Dolynny TV? Appreciate everyone being on by so far this evening. Hope to see that only keep rising this evening. And what I will tell you, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me get out of my chair. Let me look really good in the suit. Humble? Not at all, right? That may be a knock on me. And let me play this for you as soon as I have the headset off. Alright, good to go. Are you ready? Enjoy. This is Dolynny TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolynny TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolynny TV logo word art back on the set on Dolynny TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolynny TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in, right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I got to figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. I got to figure something out. You want to help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolynny TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry. There's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So, as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing, oh, wait, there I am. I better go now. I love that one so much. I can time it so well. Literally walk in and I see that and away I come to sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that. That was a little bit of extra work I put in the other day. Bradley, welcome in. And Mackie is what it is. What is this? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot of fun for sure for you. All right, I just got to check a message here from my sister and we'll get going. As all right, Tyra, welcome in. Tyra's welcome into this live stream. That's why all of a sudden the sister's saying I have to watch it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyra and Trent, for watching tonight. Appreciate it, you guys. And may or may not, I actually didn't look at the name right the first time. If I look at it right the second time, that's a couple of Cold Lake connections there for me as well. And maybe a little bit of ball hockey that a guy's dying to get back to, if I might add. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a big night here on the channel this evening. And, well, let's see what we get going here is commercials. What else do we get going? That's... Anyway, we don't have to get back to commercials. We have to get to regrouping and getting back out there in the second period and hopefully going and winning this hockey game if we're Team Canada. All right. Anyway. Let's see. Devin Levi, 12 shots against, 13 saves, 1 goal against, 920 save percentage. And, well, Spencer Knight, perfect so far. 10 shots against, 1,000 save percentage. Cam York 2 shots, Connor McMichael 2 shots, Alex Turcotte a goal for Team USA, and we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that at all, really, do we? Not really. Anyway, box score, how about that? Well, really all that's going to tell you on tsn.ca is the fact that Helleson and Zigra now has the points lead in the tournament, have assists on the Alex Turcotte goal. Oh, maybe you might know something about the penalty minutes. Maybe if they want to show that. Penalty minutes 2 to Bobby Brink of the Denver University hockey team Pioneers. All right, let's get to it. Alex, you're going for the USA. The chat coming alive here. We got some time to kill between periods. What a first period it was. Team Canada, they could have maybe come out of the gates there. They had a good little pace to start start that first period, I guess. And then all of a sudden the wheels fell off the bus there for about 7.5, 8 minutes is what it is. And I guess that is, end of the day, what it becomes. And Alexis Caulfield is the best Canadian player. Caulfield is an American player. I don't know if you're just kind of have fun with me there. I'm not sure, but is what it is. And I guess we'll get it going. Zinn, ball hockey, destroyer shins. A fine game. Well, let me tell you. Some people in the room can probably tell you my ball hockey skills, like my hockey skills, potentially a little subpar. Not much of an athlete, I guess you could say I am. I'm a little bit much better at running my mouth than running my legs. That's the way to put it. All right, Keegan, let's breakouts. Yeah, absolutely. And Sean, you get the commercials. Awesome, guys. That's one thing. That's the weird part about doing this on YouTube is you're not sure how it all works, and really there's no metric to say if it's working, if you're overdoing it or not. So I do apologize if you feel there's too many commercials. If I seem to throw out a few too many, that's it. And Clem, I'll ban you. Ban you if you're going banning there. People wanting to watch the Team Canada hockey game tonight. And let's see what else we can find here on this hockey game. I mean, Craig Button's here breaking it down, and of course I'm not listening to that. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. That's what he's saying. Craig Button is saying give the U.S. a lot of credit for what they did in that first period. And I mean, like I said, right out of the gate is the fact that the U.S. is about the only team to factually run Canada around their own zone for an extended period of time in this tournament. And AK, well, let's see what up. And next up for NHL tonight, go live in the United States. I don't know. Canada's way too good. The Oilers and the Flames. No, Clem. What night is it? February 6th? I think February 6th is about the Oilers versus the Flames. That's when we'll get Oilers versus Flames going. And let me see if I can explain that. Zap, please. You want to come up? Come here. Come here, Zap. Come here. Zapper. Hey. Girl kitty, come back here. All right. Lower the chair. Come on, Zapper. Come on. Get up here. Get up here, girl. Get up here. Come on. Come on, you. Come on. Oh, don't play shy now. Don't play shy now. All right, get up here. All right. Oh my goodness, now my chair doesn't want to shuffle up. Talk about disaster on set, hey? Cat coming to visit. All right, Zapper, get up there. Don't get tangled in the cords. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's get back in the chair. Stefan, you are tuning in from Sweden. Well, that's the one thing I can tell you about these World Junior streams so far is everybody has been tuning in from all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Zap. Her, of course, she's got to visit every live stream. Normally it's the orange cat that comes to visit, but Miss Zap, Miss Zap is coming to visit, and she's purring up a storm. She just can't seem to put her back legs down here properly, so she's kind of losing her grip. There we go, Zap. You got it. You got it. Good girl. All right. Enough cat. Enough cat. I don't know why my headphones are crackling here. That's not a good sign, but we'll get it going. And will I do a 24-hour stream if the Oilers win the cup? No, I've got much better plans for an Oilers video should the Oilers win the cup this year. It was the same as last year's plan, but this year it'll be out in June or July, so that'll mean it'll be warmer weather. May or may not go out there, pop the champagne, and take a champagne bath in the backyard. I mean, probably not a sight many people want to watch, but at the same rate, guys got to celebrate and got to celebrate on camera in style, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that's without a doubt. Let's get to it. If you are, how do I say this? If you have sat through this first period of hockey, all right? If you've sat through this first period of hockey here on Dolynny TV, and you've thought, you know what, this is not the worst thing I've ever watched, because I'm not going to say it's the best thing you've ever watched. I'm not, like I said, I'm a humble guy, but I'm not that humble. But if you have sat and you think, I could sit through this to learn about the Edmonton Oilers this year, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Think about sticking around, and maybe even if you're not an Oilers fan, coming in and chirping, trust me, there's a lot of love and war to be made between hockey fans this season, especially in the Canadian North Division. So I encourage you to stop on by and have a lot of fun with us here on the channel. All right. Let's see what's going on. You guys are having a little bit of a mess for sure. And let's see. USA poll comes into handy. Caden, that's why the option's there. I mean, I really don't get what the anger is about me setting up polls the way I want to set up polls on my channel. I still don't get that. I don't get why there's got to be people losing their minds about what I do. I mean, this is my thing, this is your thing. If it was your thing, you'd set it up the way you want to set it up. No, that's what I understand anyway. Let's get to it. First period review. All right, we need to get the summary, the situation here, one more time for those people just joining in. And of course, TSN breaks, literally breaks if you don't scroll down far enough. Jamie Drysdale, points leader for Team Canada with 0. I mean, you could probably credit about 23 other guys with that, but it's the reality. Alex Turcotte with the only goal of the game. John Farinacci with 2 shots on goal. Connor McMichael with 3 shots on goal. Devin Levi with 12 saves on 13 shots against. A .920 save percentage, but that's pretty low compared to this tournament for him so far. Spencer Knight now officially credited with only 9 saves. The Americans outshot the Canadians 13-9 in that first period. And my goodness, Budsy, $14 million. Hook me up when you win some of that money. That's all I got to say. I did not buy 50-50 tickets today. Did not approve the sale of 50-50 tickets today. Anyway, see if we can find anything here. See, okay, whoa, Mackie, we don't do that here. All right, let's see. You've got Kevin Lowe, you've got Craig Simpson, and you've got Ron Lowe. All talking about Ron Lowe, just still staying around. Ron Lowe, you believe that? Have to give the Americans the ultimate edge in the play in the first period, according to Kurt Levins, who's been tweeting about this game. After an even Steven start, but not much to choose between the two. Go Canada. That's how he finishes that one up. And legitimately, the NHL and Edmonton Oilers Insiders Twitter page here on Dolynny TV's Twitter profile is absolutely dead. Absolutely dead, and I don't even know how to describe that as. Yeah, anyway. Is what it is. Dylan Cousins on my television set wearing the Assistants A tonight because, of course, Bowen Byram, after Cousins wore the C in the semifinal, Bowen Byram now wearing the C in tonight's game. And really the home plate shots, here's the thing, there were a couple of shots in that period, 13-9. The home plate shots, well, United States has 1 red dot on those shots. Canada, they have 3 white dots, and that's the difference. Four dots for the U.S., and the 4th one is a goal. So I guess the question becomes, is the 4th dot inside the home plate area for Team Canada in this second period upcoming? Does that become the even tying goal? I don't know. Your question is as good as mine, I guess. Hansa, when does the NHL season start? Well, it may or may not start January 13th. I'm assuming, with everybody given the go-aheads across the country by the looks of it, that it starts January 13th. No problems asked. It'll be Canada's North Division against each other all season long. Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, coast to coast. That's how you cover it off. And, well, the Oilers and the Canucks will open it up with a back-to-back, an 8 p.m. start, January 13th. And you better believe it. You think this is what we've been having fun with Team Canada. Just wait till you see the bloodbath that is normally a Dolynny TV Edmonton Oilers live stream. Wow. All right. LeBron doing some things against the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Or were they wearing their old school jerseys this evening? It looks like it, as they've got the old school Vancouver Grizzlies logo on the court tonight. And Brian, that's great, but I would still like to watch sports. So I'm going to remove that. We don't need to debate that. This is a zone outside of that. So please take that elsewhere is all I'm going to say. This is my escapism. Hockey is escapism. Sports are an escapism. And let me tell you, I need my escapism. All right? I don't go bust my butt for 8 hours a day not to sit back and relax and do what I want to do in the evening. All right? Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Please, if you're going to continue, show yourself out the door. Thank you. Quest Trade. They're advertising. Canadian Tire, they've only got about their third ad of this intermission. And score doesn't look encouraging. We're down 1. I mean, it's Team Canada, not the Edmonton Oilers in the play-in series against Chicago. So, end of the day, that's all good. It would be nice to see some controlled defensive entries, 2000 Red Wing style, a.k.a. Kevin Babcock. Kevin Babcock, what's going on there? Relaxed? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, Keegan. I'm losing your point. All right, anyway. We've got ourselves now an ad for Prevnar 13, whatever that is. I still haven't yet to figure that one fully out. But it is what it is. Got your tickets. New studio for you if I win. Whew. Talk about it. Only problem is I think this studio would have to be up in Cold Lake. I mean, sheet metal exists across the country, all right? Wherever there's a house, there's sheet metal, and there's a need for a guy like me, I guess you could say. All right. And may the hockey gods help the Oilers out by keeping them in good health. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's always the fun part for the Oilers, is keeping good health. I guess we'll find out if that works at the end of the day. And here we go. Alex Turcotte, third goal of the tournament. Drew Hellison from Trevor Zegras as well on that play. Zegras now with the points lead in the tournament. And, well, Pimp, if USA wins, we go rage. We are not Vancouver fans. We are Canadian fans. We lose with class. And that's all I can say this evening. Is, you know what? If the USA beats us fair and square, and they beat us fair and square in that first period, not even going to pretend that didn't happen, well, we'll have fun, right? And Cole Caulfield whipping around in the Canadian zone. He's a good passer, good shooter, good everything for Team USA. Devin Levi's made a couple big saves, even though he's been bumped and thumped a couple of times this tournament. Key for any team, unless you're Tampa, then you have enough depth everywhere to make up for it. Tampa, I mean, you just spend $100 million on a roster and no problem, right? I guess that's how that works. And 30-second ozone possession time in the first period for Trevor Zegras. My goodness, that is craziness. All right. Anyway, we'll get back for the second period. That's the beauty of it. It's only the first period, so one period doesn't count for the full hockey game. I mean, unless you score like 12 goals and the other team doesn't have a chance. But that's all I'm going to say with the hand motions off and running in the first period. The Americans win the face-off shot from the side of the net, goes wide. The linesman jumps out of the way. Now, Team Canada looking to defend. This puck's going to be dumped in off the corner. Dylan Cousins, Bone Byram out there, as now this shot right away off and over top of the net. This shot fired. Team USA coming out of the gates blazing, trying to grease another goal here. Dylan Cousins gets lit up. Now this shot back behind the net. Oh my goodness. That's a tough goal to give up if you're Devin Levi. Sorry, that's one you just got to react to. That one bounces off of the backboards, off of the back of the net. Not the other way. Just right back the way it came. And that's right there waiting for who else but Trevor Zegras. So you watch this one. This is turned over by Canada. Goes up to the high blue line. Goes off the back of the net right. Like when you're good, you're lucky. And when you're lucky, you're good. And Trevor Zegras, I don't think you're going to get more fortunate bounce to start a period than that one. Right off of the back mesh of the net and past Devin Levi on the mini wrap, I guess you could say, backhanded wrap round from the side of the net. 2-0 USA. Jack will welcome in. And that's a horrible break. That, yeah, I mean, right? Tough to watch, that's for sure. So let's tone in here, get going, dig deep, and down 2-0 to Team USA. And again, I'm going to lose you? Really? Really? That does not make sense. Doesn't appear I've lost you guys, sorry. The TSN stream seems to have frozen here. See if I can't just refresh it and get this going. My apologies. That's something that hasn't happened at all. And now TSN Direct looking like it's down. Uh-oh. Thank good. Now everything popping up. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, you still hear me? Yeah, it says I'm still live. Still says I'm streaming. Still says everything's going. You're carrying. We're good. And I am not getting anything out of the TSN Direct feed. Okay, good time for an outage with TSN, I might say. Let's see if I can't get back to this right here, get this going. And there we go, Canada back on the attack, 1857. That was odd. All it did is go to a red loading sign and then suddenly froze up. You know, a couple of technical glitches on a live stream. That's, I mean, it's still live, so let's carry on, shall we? Didn't miss much. Doesn't even look like Canada got a shot. The USA might have gotten a shot in that time. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Now back to the point. The Americans, a shot from the point goes wide. And just missing Canada get pumped. I wouldn't say Canada's getting pumped down 2-0. Yeah, they might be getting outworked, but pumped is usually talking 4 or 5-0. That's all I got to say. Josh, welcome into the live stream. Not my man Josh Nielsen, but Josh. Just Josh. It's just Josh. 18:14 to go in this second period, third period. Oh man, we'd be in trouble if it was the third period. That puck is coming off the boards hot and hitting the net in just the most awkward ways to begin a second period I've seen in a while. This one tipped out into the neutral ice. Second period, 18 minutes to go. Fired down the ice. Now Bowen Byram there. It's going to go back behind the net, played around, and at some rate, maybe this puck's going to. I mean, Canada's defense might want to play defense behind the net, but I'm an Oilers fan. I'm used to watching that kind of defense behind the net. Don't ask me. Ask the next guy. As it would be nice to see Canada go out there and maybe turn a puck going, but they aren't doing much here. Trying to battle this one up the boards, now into the zone. Tomasinu going to play this one around, but I don't even know. It seems like Canada's just given up engaging in the physical battle on this entire zone possession up until Tomasinu takes that hit after the puck's left the zone. I did not see Canada even go within 2 feet of an American body, and that is of concern. I wouldn't even, Andrew, I wouldn't say about moving feet. The problem is Canada's not going anywhere near the body. Like that's nothing. This is tough to watch. As all of a sudden, yeah, it's kind of taking a weird turn now. Suddenly coming out of the intermission break, Canada refusing realistically to get down and dirty like they were in that first period. And that was the nice part about that first period, is they were trying their best to get hard on the body in the corners. And now Canada just standing there, standing around essentially. It's getting tough to watch, but I mean, we'll watch and keep going. As behind the net, USA has the puck. They'll get back to the blue line. That's going to go back to the point, and Jackson, my goodness, see what I do when I promote this live stream in the right place? Why promote on Twitter? America back at the blue line. They're going to go back to the point now. And D-to-D shot in. Nothing going there. Canada, Dylan Cousins sees this one go past him. By the way, Jackson, welcome in. Long time no talk. I got to get things going. And I didn't know I was watching a nice St. Paul game. Well, nice St. Paul, there'd be at least something to this. This one does look almost as sloppy as some Junior B hockey all of a sudden from the Team Canada effort. 15:47 to go. Second period. And right there, Canada has a chance to put a shoulder into a guy, just doesn't. And the puck instead goes into their own zone. Team USA, first thing they do as soon as they get in the zone, crush a man into the boards. And it's almost, Like, seriously, it looks like at times the Canadians are even essentially avoiding contact. Craziness. All right, fired in. This puck around. 15-17 to go. Back into the corner here. Now, all of a sudden, down and played. And Peyton Krebs will try and receive it behind the American net. And again, I don't know what's going on here. 15:03. Nothing much happening here. Shot across there by the Americans. 14:57 to go. And this shot again, right to the front. Devon Levi. I mean, where would Canada be without Devon Levi in this game? That's the question you got to ask yourself. As we might be concerned about not moving our feet, not this or not that. But imagine if this guy wasn't in the net. That would be a whole nother question. All right, anyway. 14:32 to go. This puck down low. And there we go. A little engagement from Cole Perfetti. Keeping that puck alive. Canada, they've got a little bit of possession going here. They actually rip a shot towards the net. And there we go. All right, all right. You like to see it. Dylan Cousins, not out there, but Dylan Holloway was, as Team USA ices the puck. And actually, right there, that was the Quinton Byfield line that created that icing for Team Canada, by the way. Just saying. 14:17 to go. And second period. Winding a little bit here. Oh, good. First game I wanted to watch all year. Hey, that's fair. Fact that man, okay, awesome. Guys, it's been a fun night tonight for a lot of reasons. More personally, everybody catching up here, and the support coming from all over the province of Alberta in the past as well. 14 minutes to go in this period. All right, anyway, let's get this down and out of the zone. Jamie Drysdale back the other way. Now comes Tomasinu. He's going to work through the neutral zone and in on possession. Spencer Knight fires the puck around. 13:40 to go in this second period. Oh, now a one-on-one. Thomas Harley almost gets dangled, but he ends up being able to make the play. That's nice to see. A nice little defensive play there by Thomas Harley to stand up the man on the one-on-one and not allow him to cut into Devon Levi. Now back the other way. Dylan Holloway coming. He's going to charge in. There's Quinton Byfield again. Seeing him. That line getting a little bit of work here as this one's going to go around. 13:13 to go. My phone blinks at me when it tells me I have a message. So sorry guys. If I get a little bit of lost here, sometimes it's because something on my phone's blinking. And like I said, everybody tries to get a hold of me pre-game, but then you have something coming in. Anyway, Cole Perfetti ripping a shot. Cole Perfetti trying to hit that post like Connor McMichael did earlier, but that's not going to work so well. Dylan Holloway, master of the tip, tips it into the corner, unlike Alex Turcotte, who tipped it home for the 1-0 game. But how about that? Dylan Holloway, master of the body check in this World Juniors tournament, goes in and hits the puck, gets it going. Now back the other way. Team USA in on the attack. They're going to get across the blue line. There's the shot. What a rip. What a rip that Caulfield has. But thankfully it doesn't go for him. And now Team USA far offside. Canada's going to proceed to take it out into the neutral zone. Dip it into the offensive zone. Spencer Knight fires it around the boards. Alex Newhook, after shaking off what looked to be a re-injured shoulder, back out there. I guess he shook it off. I don't know. He might have been back out there in the first period. Heck, if I saw, I don't know. All I saw is Canada kind of getting worked around in their defensive zone and then take a power play in that first period. That's my first period recap in case you need to know. Tip goal. 11:50 to go. They're going to walk over to the corner to the Americans. Another save for Devon Levi. 17 shots now for him. This puck played down. That puck bounces off the back of the net. Again, oh my goodness. I don't know if that's just something you don't pay attention to in hockey till it happens a lot, but that's like 3 or 4 times to open up this period inside the first 8.5 minutes of the second. Behind the net, the Canadians play it. There's a forecheck. It's going to be Devon Levi now losing his stick. What's it been with goaltenders and losing their stick this tournament? Everybody was having a field day on Twitter the other day about Yaroslav Askarov losing his stick. I think that was in the Canadian game, or was that against the semi-year quarterfinal game? You know what? It all blends together at this point when you've live streamed as many hours on YouTube as I have in the past week and a half. But We're getting close to it. We're getting down to about what will be the last hour and a half of this live stream. As that offside for Canada. Oh my goodness. You imagine if Canada wasn't offside every 5 seconds this game, it seems. Every time they get a clean, simple chance to break into the zone, there's a guy a mile offside. Just frustrating. There's been a couple very simple plays at the blue line that Canada's needed to make, and they've just failed to make them at times. And I mean, it would be so simple. To get a lead in this game, it would be easy to go, but they've just had a couple weird ones so far, and I guess it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess I gotta say another thank you. We've crossed another 1,000 views on the live stream, now up over 3,000. And yeah, Sean, I run usually when I have to run for the phone at work. That's about as much as you see me run nowadays. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you about the view numbers. That is pretty much meaningless, really. View numbers, unfortunately, on YouTube don't count for as much as they used to. So let me give you the number that counts for something, the number that blows the brain away. Is how about this? In the first couple hours of the live stream here, 1,900 plus 3,300, 5,200. And then you get up to 6,500 with another 1,300. That's, well, 6,500 minutes watched on one live stream. Just to compile that together for you in 60 minutes time, 108. 108 total hours watched in this live stream. That's crazy, all right? 108 total hours watched. What are we live so far this game? A total of 2 hours and 10 minutes. So for every hour I've been streaming, people have watched 50 hours of the stream. That is absolutely insane. Anyway, let's get this going. 10:44 to go. And let's see what happens here. Is this one, Pelche is going to get going there. It's going to be played back by the Canadian stick back behind the American blue line, or goal line. All right, we're inside almost. Oh my goodness, absolutely nailed there. Big hit there by the Canadian attacker. That's Connor McMichael? No, who is that? That's another big hit. Jacob Pelche? I don't know, somebody wearing some number. I can't seem to make out the number on 3 attempts. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is Jacob Pelche with the big hit, stapling the Canadian player into the boards now. Or the Canadian player stapling the American player into the boards in front of his own bench. All right, good to go. Anyway, America in on the attack. They shoot the puck. That's deflected there by the Canadians. And there you go. Power play coming up for Team USA. 9:57 to go in the second period. All kinds of confused. Me, never. Pelche goes to the box for hooking. Well, you know what? If they weren't going to get him for the hit from behind, they got him for the hook. And 9:57 to go in this second period now. And you love that. You know how that's a real hockey rink, not just some made-up rink for this tournament? You know, that little bit of green tape on the inside of the penalty box door. If you've never been to a hockey rink and gone to a penalty box, and you haven't seen that green tape hanging around somewhere, I'm sorry, have you really been in a penalty box in a hockey rink in Canada? I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, Hockey Tidbits here on Dolynny TV. 9:57 to go. The penalty kill, 76% efficiency for Team Canada. The other thing, too, is they talked early in on the tournament about the best power play often will win this tournament. Well, I imagine Team USA operating at a 43% clip may very well be the best power play in the tournament, and may be a reason why, just kind of tournament statistics wise, they're leading 2-0. All right, let's get this going. 1:40 to go in this power play for Team USA. Heath, welcome in, by the way, cheering for Team USA this evening. They're back at the blue line trying to set up the attack. The Canadians trying to kill it. That's going to allow a shooting lane. Devin Levi, a big squared up save, and another one swallowed into the chest. 9:20 to go. Kaliev can't get it going. He's looking chomping at the bit to say, like, I had a chance there. I had a chance. What am I doing? And look at this. He taps the stick once, gets the shot, save, Dylan Holloway out there killing penalties for Team Canada. Bang. Devin Levi can't swallow the first one. It comes right past everybody. Right back to Kaliev and then to Devin Levi. Joseph, welcome. Long time no see. I feel like anyway. You might have seen you early in the tournament. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people in a long while. But welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you along. And 9:09 to go here in this second period. A $1.08 in the power play to go. And this one, Dylan Cousins gets it out of the zone. 3-on-2, back the other way on the penalty kill come the Canadians. This is a chance. Shot saved by Spencer Knight. Now another chance. Scramble in front of the American net. The Canadians trying to tie that one up. Peyton Krebs can't find that puck. He's all kinds of turned around. He had a chance to find it, but spun maybe once, twice, 3 times too many. Most goals in the tournament shorthanded. That belongs to Team Canada. By the way, 8:33 to go. And you know what? Now a chance there. It's going to be, was that a post? Okay, that makes sense. As this one's going to be up and out of play. 8:25 to go. And the only problem is, with calling the posts and stuff on this stream, you know, when I'm sitting here, oh, that was a close chance, but then you guys later tell me it's a post. The only problem I have is I have the headsets on, and even if I have the ear open, it's kind of tough to see on the far angle without hearing the post. And when I'm talking over top of Ray Ferraro and Gord Miller, good luck to me. That's why I just have decided to wear the earmuffs over both ears at this point, because straight up it doesn't make a difference one way or the other. 18:16 to go in this second period. The U.S. power play, 15 seconds to go in it. They're working out of their own zone in on the attack. Cole Caulfield trying to work on by, and he's absolutely demolished. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Canada taking the body. Let's go. I like to see that. With less than 8 minutes to go, Jacob Pelche, he's skating directly to the bench. He's going for that line change right out of the box. Take a sit. After taking a sit, 7:47 in this period. Now back the other way. It's going to be Cole Perfetti. He'll fire the puck right into Spencer Knight's glove. And again, right there, Johnny on the spot, is Dylan Holloway, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to find the puck, right? Because it's in the glove save of that guy there. Spencer Knight. Sorry guys, it was a grinder of a day. You know how you're going to have a little bit of a twisted up live stream? How about being stuck in Calgary in the snow, but instead of being stuck in the snow, you're actually stuck on the ice because you've whittled the snow all the way down to the ground, and now you've just grinded it to pure ice. That's what it's going. See what's going. That 2-0 goal was we're not quite ready yet. Not ready to go yet goal. Again, Kurt Levin's bringing that. I don't know. That was a pretty. That was pretty tough. Just bad bounce. And no 50-50 update. Mangato ta 50-50 update. Nah. Mangato ta 50-50 draw. That is what we would like, as BB would say at work. Let's see what we got going on here. Not much happening. Good Deeds Cup, fan zone. And there's the World Junior Cup right there. Looking all sharp and sparkly. As now let's get going. Team Canada, USA in their USA zone. How about a offensive zone face-off win for Canada? Now they work off the half boards. Quinton Byfield, a shot save. Spencer Knight, Dylan Holloway, all kinds of scramble in front, and I think Quinton Byfield just put it wide. That's based on that terrible angle TSN was showing. I think Quinton Byfield put the puck wide. 7:18 to go in this second period. Ladies and gentlemen, 19-13 the shots on goal for Team USA. Now the shot there, Bowen Byram. And it'll be up and out of play. And X, you know what? Maybe killing that penalty was exactly what they needed. But here's the chance. This one shot by Drysdale off of Holloway. Scrambles around the net. Comes to Byfield. And he just completely flips it the wrong way. Easily would have been top shelf if he would have gotten it going. But couldn't get it going whatsoever. So let's see what we got going here. As final score, the Wichita Thunder beat the Kansas City Mavericks 8-4. Wow, that's a score in the CHL. 8-4. 7:02 to go in this second period. As this puck back to the blue line, It's going to go back down that way. Now back this way and maybe that way and a little bit of that way as well. How about the Americans coming up? Nope, 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 nope. Shut up, Tyson. The Canadians going into the American zone, crossing the blue line with possession. Now the Canadians meet it at the far side half wall. They'll go to Dylan Cousins, who gets knocked down. He's fighting for it, trying to find it. Back to the point, the Canadians shoot the puck, another save. Spencer Knight, who's now suddenly made 20 shots and is looking kind of Devin Levi-ish so far tonight, if you are to use a tournament comparison. Oh my goodness, 2 Florida Panthers prospects looking good. What's new? Is this one a chance here for Team Canada? Oh man, Spencer Knight came out way far out of his crease, cut down the angle. No shot left for the Canadian player. And it's up over top of the net and back into neutral territory for the Canadians as they flip it ahead back into the American zone. And once again, the Canadians now starting to get in on that forecheck, get aggressive, throw those hits, Jacob Pelche, liking what you're seeing. And back to the blue line now. The Canadians fire the puck, shot save. Spencer Knight once again. This puck played down by Caden Gooley, or no, that's Justin Barron, sorry. 5:45 to go in this second period as Canada's all over buzzing in the American zone. But that's the problem. Unlike the American attack early in the game where they were able to sustain that zone time to score that first goal, Canada's just missing that extra 5 runarounds of the American defenders. That one, a nice play, but ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Holloway is a left-hand shot, not a right-hand shot. Connor McMichael thought he had Phil Tomasino there, and that didn't work so well for him as Tomasino takes a big hit, gets it going, back right up. Dylan Holloway loses it in his skates. The guy just does not look to have that elite shot. That's not what we drafted him for, at least. This shot going to be blocked in front, played out into the neutral ice, almost overplayed by the Canadian defender, most certainly overplayed by the American attacker, and then played all the way down to Devin Levi. Look at this. We got some flow finally going in this game again. It's not just watching Canada get mopped by the USA midway through the game anymore. As now Canada getting to it. Dylan Holloway gets the puck into the middle. That's going to be played there. Maybe a little bit. Not at all. Bowen Byram back the other way. And he's going to see what he can do. That's going to be played there. Behind the net, Bowen Byram for his Team Canada breakout. Gets it right up to Quinton Byfield, who's out there skating now. He's going to... Wow. Wow. Quinton Byfield just absolutely lit a guy up, dumping the puck into the zone. That was beautiful. I'll just chip that by you, and you can take a seat on the ice. Thanks, bud. 4:10 to go in this second period. Chance to the front of the net. The U.S. can't come up with it. 4:05 to go in this second period. If you're the Canadians, you got to believe we need one here. You got to believe to go into the third period down 2-0 after the way the first period and a half, whatever you want to say, is gone. Might be a little bit of an issue if you want to go try and resurrect this game and make it 2-2 entering overtime or some kind of situation if you're Team Canada. So now flip there. This puck goes to the point and chopped out by the Canadians back down the other way. 3:35 to go in the second period now as Canada sees it behind the net in the skates of Devin Levi. That'd be scary if it was in front of the net. Canada just absolutely destroyed another American player. And suddenly there's a couple. Look at that. Canada learned. Good job. Not offside. Bad turnover by Peyton Krebs. The guy was attacking, and he's going to come back the other way, form a 2-on-2 shot. Misses wide. Devin Levi scrambles. I thought he was going to make the save. Didn't end up happening. How about Alex Newhook coming back the other way? That's going to be a shot. Save. Floated by Peyton Krebs. And if Canada makes a comeback, I'm paying my allowance of $15. Pimp, you save that, and you save that to go out there and save for one of those beauties back there. Maybe that McDavid jersey down the road. I think $15 a week would. Let me do some math here. There's 52 weeks in a year. Let me do some math. Can I just calculate? 15 times 52. 780. Ooh, man. Northern Alberta, stand up. $780? That's going to buy you 2 of those Connor McDavid jerseys there, pimp. So save that $15 a week for a year and go spend something on yourself. I'm going to tell you that much. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, as Cold Lake Kid reminds you in the chat, I got to tell you, definitely, if you've enjoyed the play-by-play so far in this live stream, consider potentially hitting that subscribe button and sticking around for what's going to be an absolute insane Edmonton Oilers season, and the one thing that every player, every coach is building it up as, it's a playoff run starting at game 1. That's the best part about it. I mean, 82 games, sure, but give me a sec. I need a nice tea. We're back to hockey. All right, light off. Hello, welcome back. And oh man, that cut down angle by Spencer Knight. What a play. That's a goaltending play at its finals. All right, Christopher, these passes are killing us. Well, let me watch what I can see here. That last pass by Peyton Krebs that I watched wasn't too impressive. We got the iced tea. We got something to sip on here. 2:55 to go. We'll enjoy the intermission and see what we can get done the rest of the way home. Sorry, I always try to slurp that first drink of iced tea because you don't want to spill it all over yourself. All right, let's see what we got going here. Is Canada trying to set something up? Ooh, backdoor tippity-tap pass, one-timer chance there for Canada. They can't get it going. Now Bowen Byram facing 3 Americans. Connor Zary getting it going. What, are we talking Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the ice with all these no-look passes? I mean, again, guys, maybe too much of Canada's bad game resembling too much of the Edmonton Oilers' bad game. Or maybe is it not so necessarily bad game out of the Edmonton Oilers as it's just bad hockey? Who would know? All right, shot here. Chance for Canada. Ooh, beautiful chance by Connor Zary. The net's going to come off, and yeah, you might want to at some point blow that down. That'd be nice. Zary's a little ticked off with that. I'd expect that. And the best part is, the U.S. is sponsored by Chipotle Mexican Grill. Right on. That is one place. If you're watching from the United States of America tonight, I really want to visit a Chipotle Mexican Grill. That place sounds fantastic from all the reviews I've read on Twitter. And even if it's not a good place to eat, I think I just have to do it. Clem, Josh, you might want to hook me up at some point there, boys. 2 minutes to go. Shot fired, 20 seconds, 20 shots in this period. Ooh, scramble in front. Doesn't go anywhere for Team Canada. Back the other way. Team USA. 2018 the shots now as they dump it in, does the USA. And Alex, you're rooting for the US. Well, I mean, I would expect nothing else. Jackson, see, this is what I mean, right? Everybody talks good about this Chipotle place, and here I am, having not been to the US since I was younger than 11, I think. I need to get going. I can drink it quietly. I need to get that going. I mean, I'm not maybe at Chipotle they serve you with a straw with your iced tea. We'll find out. Anyway, Team Canada getting in on the forecheck. And nothing going here so far as they work it off the boards. There's Dylan Cousin. Talk about needing something to get going. How about Dylan Cousins getting that puck off the boards? There we go. It'll go right back to him at the near side half wall. Back to the point. Bowen Byram running it like a power play with Cousins on the near side half wall. Him at the point. Peyton Krebs going to the wall, and Cousins trying to get there, and Cousins getting there, and this puck just takes one of those chips. And that's about it. This one, 41 seconds to go. Okay. This chance right through the slot for the Team USA side. They fire the puck one over top of the net as this just scrambles down to the last 30 seconds. Both teams trying to maximize effort here, and it's working out kind of in one team's favor as they've got offensive zone possession. This puck out, and well, that's it. That's all she's going to write for this second period, I'm sure. No. Hold on. The gift that keeps on giving. How about we have an icing call with 7.5 seconds? And how about I can't seem to sit in my chair properly this evening? Problem is the chair came with a leg rest that, for whatever reason, didn't fit on the chair. Let's find out what we get going here. Oh, buddy, I will do that in the intermission. You normally text me sooner. What am I doing here? All right, 7 seconds to go in this second period, ladies and gentlemen. And Canada won that face-off. That means the time clicks off the clock, and there we go. She's done and dusted. 2 goals, 2 periods for the United States, and a 2-0 lead after 2. And, well, Devin Levi probably the MVP of the hockey game so far for Team Canada. Can't really fault him on either goal, right? A deflection goal off Alex Turcotte. And then, well, yeah, that weird bounce off the back of the net. But what I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, this Edmonton Oilers season, you're going to see coverage from both me and X-Snipes Edmonton Oilers here in the chat. And I've talked about subscribing for my Oilers coverage all season long. Well, X-Snipes Edmonton Oilers, you got to subscribe to him. Simply, I'm trying to help him head towards his first goal of 1,000 subscribers. And secondarily to that, this TSN direct feed that I was cursing that froze up in the second period, that's thanks to him. And so if you could thank him for me by going out there and giving him a subscribe on his channel, checking out what he's got to offer, we can cover the exact same thing and give you totally different perspectives. You know what? Help him out. And maybe help me out too if you could. Alright, anyway. Second period, recap time. After the second period, Jamie Drysdale still leads the Team Canada side with no points. So does every other Canadian. Tell me what's new. Connor McMichael leads with 3 shots. Devin Levi with 18 saves on 20 shots against. And then you've got Spencer Knight, 19 shots against, 19 saves. John Farinacci with 4 shots. Trevor Zegras, 2 points. Dylan Cousins, he essentially has to score a hat trick in the third period and Team Canada wins and he finishes with the point lead in the tournament. Talk about things that could happen. You just don't know. Alex Turcotte from Trevor Zegras is your opening goal with Hullison getting an assist as well. And then Zegras from Kaliev getting it to 2-0 in that second period. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just go take a quick bathroom break here. And then we'll get talking some Edmonton Oilers rumors and stuff. And maybe something about Milan Lucic or shooting the puck or something. But good proof for the Canadian squad in that period. They outshot the Americans 10-7, by the way. Just saying. Let's quickly take that break and get going. All right. Ready? Ready for it? Round number 2? Oh, no, you aren't. You aren't. Nobody is. But here. This is Dolynny TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolynny TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolynny TV logo word art back on the set on Dolynny TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolynny TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in, right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I gotta figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. Gotta figure something out. You want to help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolynny TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry. There's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So, as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing, oh, wait, there I am. I better go now. Guess I didn't time that one so well now, did I? Is what it is. Alright, let's see if I can get the camera to focus on me here again. There we go. There we go. Alright. 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 Let's do it. Shall we get to it? And, yeah, here we go. There we go. May, welcome in. And what am I missing here? What am I missing? What's going on? What am I missing? Alright. Connor McWilson. Oh, buddy. Coming soon. Coming soon to a television set near you. Man, if... I know that's just a thing here on Dolynny TV, Joseph, but if we could imagine getting Connor McDavid to play the physical game Tom Wilson does, good night. 50-50 over 15 minutes. Clem, you just watched a 3-minute ad. That's a soldier. I mean, guys, I appreciate that. I don't know if that makes any difference. I really don't. I could not tell you. But thank you for it anyway. As let's see what we get going here. Arguably, the most amazing thing about this is that it was tweeted from a BlackBerry. Remember the name Trevor Zegras? The kid is super talented. Could be in the NHL one day. That's Kyle Gallagher way back in 2011 from the Brick Tournament. 2011 from the Brick Tournament, by the way. Just from the Brick Tournament. That's Trevor Zegras participating there. And recap why Canada sucks. Alright, Jackson. You want to see why Canada sucks? Well, they come out, they play even hockey with the Americans in the first about 5 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden, you know, America was dumping the puck in and not really getting any cycles started. Then America all of a sudden got the cycle started, and then that was trouble for Canada because they just completely could not keep up to the Americans. It wasn't that they couldn't that they weren't skating, they were getting straight up out-skated, and then all of a sudden that goal went in. Then you get into the later half of that first period, and Canada bites a power play, but straight up doesn't score on the power play. So that's a tough one. Then you enter the second period, and within that first little bit there, the weird puck off the back of the net, and instead of going, puck comes off the boards this way, goes off the net this way, and back this way. Who knew? Trevor Zegras puts it in. I mean, who else is going to be there other than Trevor Zegras? It is what it is. And then you have the rest of the period where Canada, for about 5-6 minutes there, just stopped participating in the physical battle. So what do you do there? I guess, well, not much. You just keep playing hockey. They did. They engaged later on, and at least we're only down 2-0. I don't know. Kind of that situation of maybe that Team Canada that I expected to see against Finland back in the preliminary round. That's what I was expecting to see out of Canada, is that kind of game that we've seen through 2 periods. So the fact that we're seeing it now at the worst time, not surprising. And honestly, I know I've been raked over the coals a little bit here for only putting one option on the poll for Team USA, but I'm a Team Canada homer. I'm not going to sit here and give the USA 4 options, Canada's 1. But 8% of people out of 290 votes, so whatever that is, that's just about 30 votes? Let's go about 25 votes out of 290 votes. USA, because that other Canada I talk about will show up. Well, that other Canada is the Canada we have seen this evening. So, again, not impressive to see, but not unexpected completely. So, just tough. No relaxed defensive zone tries Byram, yet they also doubled up with Byfield's second option breakout passes, leading to more momentum going into the third. Keegan Verhoeven. And I mean tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's the names, they just keep coming into the chat. Jordan, good evening, welcome in. You gotta answer my voicemail someday, dude. I know you're a busy man, but come on, you gotta answer my voicemail. Dude has to have somebody to talk to on the way home sometime. I mean, X Snipes and Cold Lake Kid keep me entertained, but gotta have a third option. Anyway, Timon, let me get to your question on Cahoon, because that is actual Oilers stuff that I should be talking about. Really confused when it comes to him. I could see him being in the top 6. Well, Dominic Cahoon got to camp, I think, on the last day. Meaning Dominic Cahoon had to pass protocol, right? That simple protocol where you have to go out there and do the whole thing that everybody does when they come from a foreign country, essentially. Okay, let's get it going. And so he does that. That leads to today. Today, he does a physical, which is a preliminary thing you have to do before you can get on the ice for training camp at the NHL level. Does the physical, expect him on the ice tomorrow. Sorry, brain cramped, not working, we'll battle through. All right, 8 more days until Oilers hockey. Let me tell you, we're going to have a good go of it. You think the chat's melting down tonight about the USA leading Canada 2-0. Just wait until the Canucks... I mean, I don't want to call it. I'm going to try and curse it the other way. Just wait till the Canucks are 2-0 up on the Oilers in the first period of Game 1. I think the mutiny will be on and the season will be over. But take it from me, who's done the Oilers live streams for 2 years, I'm not sure. All right. So what else do we got? Who do I take in the upcoming... I'm not even going there, Harpoon. That looks like a trap. And this is going into the third period. This is going into the third period here. All right. Let's see what we got. As closing in now on 4,000 views on the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all contributing to that. I once had a question. And it's a good question to ask, because you sit here and you think, well, you've got 50 people every minute, Tyson. Why are the views only at 3,000 when you've been averaging 50 for 2 hours? I'll tell you how this works. Is YouTube does not, as long as you stay in the stream, you count as one view. So that's the tough part. Is as long as you stay in the stream, you count as one view. That's fine. I'm glad to have you, because I'd much prefer you stay here the whole time than refresh and I don't know what kind of YouTube 2010 stuff that is, but it's interesting just how that counts. So that's just to explain that. Need some Don Cherry style suits. I tell you, I would not mind that. I definitely need to go out and up my suit game. I need to find some new suits. That may be I may need to go out and do that at some point, I tell you. Maybe for the playoffs, maybe go bust out some new suits for the playoffs. I got to go recover my suit from Crossfield. I left, as I was telling you, I had live streamed over at a buddy's house in Crossfield for the playoffs, and I just happened to leave my suit jacket there. So if you're watching right now, buddy o' mine, I need to stop on by as soon as we can and not only catch up, but also pick up my suit jacket. Don't let me leave without that, because I did last time I was there. All right. Unknown. Canada playing like the Oilers. We have we have covered that very well in this second period, now going into the second period intermission. And yes, now the United States with 10 home plate shots compared to the Canadian 5. That's going to be tough. And Moore's BOGO. Yes. And I think there's a Moore's at, is it Chinook Mall? Or is it South Center Mall in Calgary? It's one of the two, and I gotta go figure out which one. I want to say that sounds right. I'm not sure. Did I see Shore stealing Kara's spot? Do I see? Oh. No, not really. I really don't. I think the Oilers are pretty loyal to Jujhar Khaira based on what he brings, and I don't think Devon Shore is going to be that guy that'll go drop the gloves and dummy a guy in a fight. That's Jujhar Khaira. That's what I love about Jujhar Khaira, is he's a depth piece that does what you need to do to stay in the lineup at times, and that's what you've seen. Anytime Jujhar Khaira gets questioned if he should be out of the lineup, all of a sudden he's dropping the gloves and saying, "Coach, ain't nobody else going to do that up here, so I better stay." And he does. So what I'd like to do, what I'd really like to do is, the old Oilers, what's the word I'm looking for? How does it look? The old Oilers colors, right? The navy blue, the red, the weird kind of toned copper, and the white. I'd love to do some kind of striped situation with that. If I could get that custom tailored, that would be fantastic. I'll have to look into that. That may be a reward going into next hockey season. 2022 World Juniors, we'll be doing this next time. And Tice, ST versus Pure Leaf. I see that pop up. Jordan, you know where I am. I've got the Pure Leaf in the fridge, but an ST was just down here in the closet, so tough. But nothing will ever beat the save that was Pure Leaf Iced Tea in Irma 2014. You want to go hear how rough my voice sounded by the end of that tournament? Let me just go do something here for you. Can I do that? Can I share a video with you guys? Something out of the archives that even Jordo there that helped me out with that big old live stream way back when might not even remember exists. Let me go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's see. Irma Tigers play-by-play, right? Play-by-play. That's what you've been listening to tonight by me back in 2014, all right? 2014, I may or may not have still been under 18. So to go out there and do 30 national games for a national tournament, U21 fast pitch, pretty big stage for young Tyson on Dolynny TV. And, well, you know what? We've done all right back then. All right. Let's see. See what we got going here. As what am I missing? What am I missing? Jackson, your comment. Moore's on the south side. Is that south side Edmonton or south side Calgary? That's the problem. I'm down in Calgary, so I gotta get things going. I don't know Calgary too well. For a guy that's been in the Calgary area for going on 2.5 years now, I sure don't know anything about Calgary at all. All right, Trevor Zegras. That's the intermission summary. Is Trevor Zegras makes it 2-0 for Canada. All right, let's see what we got. You got to get some Gold Peak or Louisiana. I love Gold Peak too. Don't kid me. I can crush some. I can crush some Gold Peak at times. In fact, if Levi Keith is down there now. I know I've followed what Levi's up to on Facebook, but apparently, okay, I didn't know that. I mean, we've already had this crazy live stream going where I've connected with a lot of people, and it's crazy just how much you follow people on Facebook and you still don't have a clue what's going on. Then again, I mean, Jackson, you know me pretty well. When have I ever been the guy to pay full attention? That's maybe a knock I can knock on myself here. So let's see what else we've got. Yeah, Gold Peak. That was my comment as we get set for Canada to get back underway here. Gold Peak. I first tried Gold Peak on the way back from Edmonton, stopping in Spedden. That's a legendary location for you. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Puck drop. Alex Newhook wins the face-off. Bowen Byram there. He collects it in the Canadian zone. Now across to partner Jamie Drysdale. Back to Byram. Back to Drysdale. Back and around. And how about that? Dumped in to the Canadian zone. No, American zone by the Canadians. Trying to get it going. Anyway, 19:42 to go in this third period. Desperation time now. Dig in. Clutch up. 3 goals. And let's shut up the American fans. Why not? Trevor Zegras. Shot first thing. Save or over top of the net on the slap shot half clap. And now 2-on-1 back the other way. Peyton Krebs right there looking for it. I mean, that is just a lazy effort. As soon as it gets poke checked off of the stick of course, Dylan Cousins. He just looked a little frustrated and didn't fully engage to get the puck back. That's why it's out of the zone now. Back, and there's going to be a dipsy doodle there by Connor McMichael. Back to the point, shot, save, and Spencer Knight has now made 21 solid through a total of 41 minutes 41 minutes, 1 second. We gone too long tonight. Sorry, started the live stream way too early this evening, so it is what it is, and everybody's looking a little stressed this evening. Maybe just a little. All right. Connor McMichael against, is that the Bennett dude? Is that Bennett? Is there some other name on the back of that jersey? Who knows? Anyway, how about this? Puck played back to the wall, and this one's going to get out. 18:49 to go. And this one, shot, save. 18:42 now to go in the third period. Canada piling up the shots. Now they lead the Americans actually 21-20. How about now we're tied after a blocker save by Devin Levi. Canada back the other way, starting out the attack. They're in through the zone. That's going to be dumped in, chased there by the Canadians. Onto the boards, pushed back by Thomas Harley, who can't keep it in the American zone, but Schneider, he'll throw it back in. Why not? 18-18 to go. And I just want to see Canada get back going. Jackson, my man, thank you so much. Definitely, I'm gonna have to help you out with that. You give me something here at the end of the game, as that's a big hit there. 18 minutes to go in this third period, guys. You've been way too generous tonight. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. How about we clutch this up? All right, for everybody throwing around the money tonight, let's go clutch things up and get this job done. Maybe a 3-2 victory for I don't know. 3-2 victory for Canada. Starting back the other way. Dylan Holloway in on the attack. He's going to cut. Leave it there. Shot save. And now, ooh, Connor Zary just cracked his head on the ice. Is Connor Zary okay? That was a hard fall. He went to face wash someone, and I think he got quite the worst of it. Dylan Holloway, nice cut. Leaves it there. Lost the puck, but good support. Quinton Byfield. Shot save. Spencer Knight, and then Connor Zary getting in there. This is a beautiful snipe show shot from Cole Caulfield. But how about that blocker save? Heck yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can clutch up something here for Jackson and get Team Canada a goal before that donut comes off the board. How about that? As now you've got this puck battling here. 17:30 to go in the third period. Dylan Cousins back to the blue line. This one, there's a stick missing. And there's a puck out of play. I'm going to take a good word that it deflected quite early there. That was a little mass chaos. All I saw. I didn't see where the puck went. I just saw a stick doing a little flip throughout the ice there. And can I say the USA Hockey logo, I think, is just a little over-Americanized? Clem, if that's all right. Josh, if that's all right. I know those two are watching tonight, so at least take a shot at them. That puck, up and out of play, back into the American zone. Would be nice to watch Canada win okay, I gotta stop looking at the chat. I'm killing myself here. 4-time world champions are the US. 2004, 2010, 2013, 2017. The face-off here, Canada can't seem to get it going there. And again, America wins the face-off. It'll be back the other way. Fired in there by Zegras, but not really. Offside. Okay. All right, good. Offside for Team USA. That's a solid go at the blue line. We like to see that. Now we'd like to see something happen here at the end of it. And nice. Solid. That's good. James Duthie getting a shout out tonight. This one's 17:04 to go in this second period. Let's go here, see if we can't find some Canadian fans going ham. I mean, again, nobody will ever party as hard as that one Canadian fan in the semifinal. That guy, that's going to be an internet image for a century. I promise you that. 1657. The fact that that made that on air is the crazy part. 16:48 to go in this third period. 2-0 for the USA. Shot save again. Spencer Knight having a heck of a hockey game now. All of a sudden leading in the save department. 23 shots against. 16:30 to go, and there is hope. There is hope, ladies and gentlemen. There is hope that we very well may see this game end before 10 o'clock. Now, and with a Canadian victory, that's a question we're not 100% sure on yet, but I guess we'll find out as we go to a quick commercial break. And there's the shot, and that's the nice flip around. And man, Dawson Mercer took that pass, couldn't get it going, tried it, didn't work, is what it is. 16:25 to go in this third period. Flipped down into the zone. Devin Levi, he'll play it behind the Canadian net now. Bowen Byram, he's going to find the puck there. Friends is now streaming on Crave, by the way. If Friends was taken off of Netflix, I mean, I'm sure Canada didn't burn down, so it can't be off Netflix. Can it really be off Netflix? Cole Perfetti, Jacob Pelche, they combine to get the puck back to the point. Now you see it. Going here, it's going to go flip into the corner. And Canada try. Ooh, look at this. Canada's going to come up with it here. And that's it. That's all Harpoon. I'm going to remove that one more time, and you'll get yourself timed out next time if you don't get it going. And time and before 10 o'clock. I don't think we'll get it before 10, but hopefully 15:32 to go. Chris, good job. Anybody who thought this would be easy wasn't paying? No, this isn't good. And Letterkenny is the only reason to have Crave. That's legitimately the only reason I want Crave. That's the hard part. I really do want Crave, but I can't seem to find it. It's the Canadians. They keep dumping it into the American zone here. Maybe this is something like we'll see in the first period, where Team USA dumped it into the Canadian zone before finally setting up attack. And then they scored a goal, and maybe Canada doing that might lead to a goal. I'm not too sure here. Not 100%. Anyway, shot saved there by Devin Levi again. Now Connor Zari starting out, cuts back the other way to head north, south, whatever. 1 week free trial on Crave. Have to bite it, but that's a tough week. 14:34 to go. And third period behind. Now let's see if we can't find this puck along the near side walls. Are we really kidding me here? All right. Shot. Oof. Cousins just shot that one wider off the post. That's tight. This one out of play. 14:10 to go in this third period. See this one down on to Spencer Knight. He's going to cover that. There we go. And yeah, Canada, just tough. And is that a post? I thought I heard a post shot there by Dylan Cousins. Gooley. Puck goes right. Ooh, puck gets deflected. Okay. I don't know. My eyes are playing like I worked too long today, but instead I just didn't sleep last night. Oh goodness. Puck now into the Canadian zone. That's Trevor Zegras back there. 13:52 to go. The shot misses completely wide of the net. That's I mean, compared to normal in the past couple of periods, unusual territory for the Americans. Now as Jamie Drysdale takes his man in the corner, and now you've got Tomasinu playing it up to Bowen Byram, who's going for a skate. Byram in on the attack, turned back immediately by a stick of the Americans. Yeah. Let's go. 13:23 is Canada has it behind their own net. And that's the weird part here. In the World Juniors, like, it can seem like you are completely out of a game, but just ask Finland how a 2-0 game against you turns into a 3-2 win in the final 5 minutes of a hockey game. I think they might have once done that to Canada at some point. Or something dang similar, just to say. So, we go to a commercial break. Oh my goodness. You know, it's been a good one. And let's see what else we got. I wanna actually, oh, hold on. Let me see if I can see how many of you guys tuned in. I'm watching that like a hawk. How many of you actually just tuned into that Irma Tigers fast pitch? Somebody did. Somebody went and checked out that Irma Tigers fast pitch play-by-play. That is 3 minutes and 59 seconds of pure gold right there on Dolynny TV. Ladies and gentlemen, secondary to that, if you need a reminder, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button. That should be good. They need to replay the Swiss head coach interview. Is that the one from a couple of years ago? Is that the one? I don't know. Now I don't have any stats here, but I guarantee the Americans have blocked more shots than Canada. That's what champions do. Well, Cody Jansen, I'm not sure. Don't have stats either. A shift of the game coming out. After 2 hours, totally exhausted. Man, what is that kid doing putting that Connor McDavid jersey on the ground? And, like, here's the thing. My frustration tonight is straight up. There has been no information. There's been no information available when it comes to anything for this game on my Oilers NHL Insiders list. Like, there's been a couple of remarks in the intermission, and that's about all there's been. So here we go. Canada trying to move out of their own zone. Dylan Cousins. The tough part is that one lazy play Dylan Cousins made late. Not late in the second period, early into this third period, just kind of irked me. As I can't even collect my thoughts right now. I'm just all kind of buzzed up over confusion. 12:31 to go. I've talked too many words. I shouldn't start a pregame an hour before the game. I guess that's what happens as we go back into the Canadian zone. They're going to dump it in. Is that one shot blocked there now? Team USA back the other way, trying to dangle the man. That's blocked by a Canadian defender. Dylan Cousins in on the attack. You'd expect Dylan Cousins would really be hungry to try and match a guy like Trevor Zegras that just in this game might steal the gold medal and steal the points lead in the tournament. Just saying. This one, icing as the Canadian player blows a tire at the blue line. And that's about all she wrote for that play. Jordan, welcome in. Let's see, Ryan Suzuki. Oh, he gets a guy tangled up. And that's Alex Turcotte, the goal scorer for Team USA. And then had to play the puck on his way to the bench. My goodness, Marion, it's over? I don't think it's over. 11:57 in the third period of a World Juniors game, down 2-0. It's just beginning. That's the worst part. For Team Canada, this game might just be beginning. And I mean, classic, terrible hockey game. You just start playing with 10 minutes to go in the third period. But now, all of a sudden, you've got a chance, maybe if you're Canada, to get it going. Quinton Byfield out there rocking number 19 for Canada. He's going to play this one across, overpass that one just a little bit. As Bowen Byram comes down, he's going to go back to the point. Jamie Drysdale, he's going to rifle a shot high and wide over top of the net. And here's that sustained zone time. Ladies and gentlemen, the attack's coming on. The attack's happening. As this one's going here. This one tied up there. Is that Caden Korzak or who is that, 29? I'm terrible with my Team Canada player numbers. But look at this. Team Canada absolutely holding it in the American zone. Like I said, Canada did this, or has needed to do this. America did this in the first period, and that's how they scored their first goal. As this is complete and utter dominance now all of a sudden, unlike anything we've seen out of the Canadians so far this game in the offensive zone, other than on that power play. Another shot rifled wide, and that one's finally going to go out of the zone there for Team Canada. This one flipped back into behind the net of the Americans, and they're going to try and play this off the board. A good pinch. We'll keep it in there, and this one's going to go back to the point. Still, the Canadians have it. Shot blocked in front. Shot saved by Spencer Knight. And yes, you got to believe it, Brett. I like the comments. Starting to play with 10 minutes left. Typical Oilers for sure, but it is seriously something, that's for sure. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. You want to clown around? You clown around and you get done. 16.6 million, almost 16.67 million on the 50-50. Jordan, I imagine you've got your tickets bought and paid for probably yesterday, knowing how big the pot was going to get. 10-10 to go in this third period. I guess, Brett, to their credit, they played with the first in the last 11 minutes. You know, the Oilers, they'd wait that extra minute. 10 minutes to go in the third period. And this one's going to come back the other way. You'd almost think I hate the Oilers the way I've talked about them in this live stream, but I'm just getting set for, you know, this live stream goes sideways. I'm just getting set for every live stream this season going sideways. All right. Back the other way, Tomasinu into the offensive zone. He's going to push this puck down low. 9:40 to go in this period. And now it's going to go back into the Canadian zone. They're going to see what they can set up. 9:30 ticks off the clock now, and we're into the last 9.5 minutes. Team Canada, Team USA. What are we waiting on? The line shift to be changed? Kirby Dach to get back healthy? No, how about Dylan Cousins to pick up the puck behind the net? I mean, oh my goodness. Rough go. Oh, no, guys. Peyton Krebs, man. Figure it out, dude. Figure it out. You can't go offside every time you have the puck at the blue line. You can't. You just can't. You're killing me, man. Oh, Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs. Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Just if I'm getting this amped up about World Juniors hockey, I cannot wait to see the mess that will be the Oilers season. That's all I gotta say. As ladies and gentlemen, if we can find about 107 more people randomly out there in the world, we can hit 4,000 views on this live stream and call it in the bank. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Commercial time. I should throw you a commercial. Clem, you want to watch another 3.5 minute commercial? Go at it. And let's see. Maybe there is something finally on Twitter. Well, that Kirby Doc card, that's doing all right on Team Canada. USA is holding a 2-0 lead. Has Bowen Byram left the ice at all in the third period? Who knows? And unbelievable. I don't need to tweet that. My goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? That's all I gotta say. And what are we waiting for? The ice to freeze? Let's play hockey. Yeah. I don't know. That was frustrating to watch them gun up the attack just to get Dylan Cousins in there to scoop the puck up. 9 minutes or less to be played in this third period. Now I'm out of iced tea. Gone back to a lot of hockey and now a lot of sugar as well. I am going to have a very good sleep. And there is yet, like I said minutes ago, there's still hope this game is done by 10 o'clock. I just want to try and actually have a sleep tonight. You're having a bad one when you shut up, Tyson. Puck, how about this? Fired on net there. The Canadians can't hit the net. Jamie Drysdale, Bowen Byram still out there for the Canadians. That would be Philip Broberg if he was in the gold medal game and healthy. 8:43 to go is now turned back by USA. 8:39 to go in the third period. I'm just going to be watching the clock pretty much. You'll get into my 480-second shot clock watch here in a moment. As that is going to be played up and out. Bodo, welcome in. Long time no here, sir. Glad to see you're coming on by. And 8:20 to go in this third period. This one's going to be played back to the point. Shot save. Cousins scramble in front. Everybody looking for it. Peyton Krebs. Somebody's stick goes in the net. Somebody's stick goes in the net, and that's it. And Jackson, your stream just got struck. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we've just had 91 people join. There you go. We are up to 91 people on the stream because an illegal stream got struck. I will be glad to carry you home the rest of the way for this 7 minute and 47 seconds left on the clock here between Canada and the USA. And now we got to see what happens as Team USA leading it forward. They're going to play it back as 30 seconds with 7 minutes left. Team Canada trying to set up the attack. Now you've got Harley moving in, looks back door, tippity tap, and it goes right on past the other side of Spencer Knight. Is now the action, the desperation level for the Canadians picking up here a little bit as Thomas Harley will fire that puck in. And it'll go around the boards once again. The Americans start out of their own zone. They sure haven't had as much zone time as it would appear early in the game. And how much for an illegal stream? Well, I don't show that. As here we go. Chance trying to get back to the back of the net. And Mason, why is nobody showing the game? Because it's illegal to. That's why your illegal stream got taken down, because it's illegal. Copyright exists. That's a rule. That's a thing. Broadcast rights. 6:40 to go as this puck's flipped by the Canadians down, or Americans down into the Canadian zone. Now back into the Canadian zone they are. They set up the attack hopefully out of their zone as there's a nice chip play. Dawson Mercer in on the boards. He's going to turn it over there. The Americans back out of their zone. They're going to try and flip this back. That's going to be played across. 6:20 to go. And 17 million. Yeah, if I hit that 50-50, I might think about it. They wouldn't need to worry about anything then. 6:11 to go in this third period as that's going to be a nice move by the Americans back to the center ice position player, that being Cole Caulfield, trying to set that one up. And your stream is on YouTube, James. That's all right. Okay, good to know. And this one's going to be back, and that will be played into the middle of the ice. 5:53 to go in this third period. All right. 5:53, 5:43, whatever, is now Canada trying desperately to get an attack started. The Americans tightening up the screws on defense now. This one played to the front of the net. Taken out is Spencer Knight. All kinds of scramble. You got to blow a whistle here. Alex Newhook's going to take it to a man in front. Thrun? I don't know how to say his name. I see there's a Thrun in there. Not exactly sure what's going on in there. There was a stick that went in the net. That was a scramble. Spencer Knight has been down and out twice or three times already this period. And it's been a scramble to the finish, and I'm hoping Canada can finish this one off no problem. It would be nice to see them score a goal, at least get into it. We need a goal, absolutely. Sean, let me recap the stats for you that were watching the live stream that just got shut down. Cole Perfetti, 3 shots on goal for Canada. John Farinacci, 4 shots for the Americans, leads the team. And Trevor Zegras, of course, the 2 points that might put Canada to bed in this tournament. Just 1 goal, and I will not be mad. Just 1 goal will get the job done, absolutely. I mean, hey, you know what? Let's take the approach and go gun for it. Why not get it done? And what is Canada doing, Braden? Well, they're trying to get back into the game, but unfortunately it's not working too well yet. I guess we'll find out here in a moment's time. Yeah, and if the 1 more goal is an empty netter, we may have a little bit of a ride on our plan here. And why are we not playing? Well, I did say there was an opportunity for Canada to come out of the gates flat because at some point they had to get it going. But loyalty, you want to talk about underwhelming? Well, why not talk about that huge hit Byfield had on the dump in there in the second period? That was what Byfield needs to do every shift. Problem is we don't see that, and I get that. All right, anyway, let's get this going. Face off in the American zone. A face off win here would be clutch. It's won by the Canadians, but immediately the Americans jump to it. Devin Levi out of his net to play it. He's going to flip it up off the ice. It wasn't even off the boards. It was just off the ice. And now Dylan Cousins works in on the attack. And there's the shot. That one goes behind the net. Now you've got a puck there where the Americans are going to try and get this job done. 5:05 to go in the third period. That one flipped in by the Americans. And now it is crunch time. 300 seconds left on the board. If you translate that to minutes, that's 5 minutes, by the way. Getting it going. Fun facts on Dolynny TV. We've had a good go so far. As now, this one's going to be turned back by the American forecheck. Dylan Holloway trying to get that puck, opposing number 10 for the Americans, trying to keep it right there. And this one's going to go back behind once again and back to the point. Now, all of a sudden, the shot put down by Cam York to number 10 for Team USA. And Team Canada is going to turn it back into the American zone. That one's bopped and bobbled, I don't know. And this one, how about this? There we go. Played into the American zone. There's the puck, and Byfield's out there. He's got it with Byram. And who's that? Schneider. So Byram's out there trying to just absolutely grease any offense Team Canada has left. I don't know. Guess we got to find out what we can do here. This puck's going to be worked out of the Canadian zone now. Bowen Byram takes a spill, loses an edge, and spirals out of control. Well, I mean, that was that first period for the Canadians too. 3:50 to go in this third period. Back the other way. Schneider now in on the attack. He's going to dump this one down. They're going to think about playing it with Spencer Knight, who will rifle it off the boards right back to Schneider. I mean, D to goalie, goalie to D, opposing teams, but it is a thing. A shot saved from Schneider on Spencer Knight. So that's it. That's all. And the new background, that's a Team Canada exclusive thing I've gotten done up here for this tournament. It's something I thought I'd put together. Just a nice something, right? That's not bad at all. As I just want to say thank you to everybody tuning in here late in the live stream. Appreciate everybody coming on by. I hope you stick around for the rest of the game. And yes, Jackson, as they show the Swift Current Broncos blanket, still a tragedy that rings way too true in my mind. That was devastating. I straight up didn't even have words to describe it for probably about 2 or 3 solid months. As this one, Trevor Zegras in on the backhand. Chance there. A couple of whacks at it for the Canadians or Americans. They can't get it to go on the Canadian net. My brain's starting to give out on me here. Sam, you're going, man, I don't know what you're going mad about. Team US. Oh, there it is. Maybe this. As here we go. Connor McMichael back skating. Can't get it going. And yeah, that's a big takeout by the Helleson defenseman. And well, end of the day, not going back in the net. And Dixon? Really? We're going here? Man, how many accounts can one guy make? As Connor McMichael. Way out. Look at that. Spencer Knight comes way out again to challenge it. Backs right up at the right time and gets it going. Better be wearing shorts. Still wearing jeans. Rather a little uncomfortable now after sitting in jeans all stream. Maybe that's why I can't seem to sit in this chair properly. But 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the third period. Focus, Tyson. You got a job to do. 10-1 the shots for Canada in this period. You thought Canada's been dominant. That's for sure. As here we go. Back the other way. It's going to be 2:50 to go in this third period. And let's see what we can find. Bowen Byram's going to go back behind his boards to the near side corner. That's going to be Dylan Holloway playing it up to Connor Zary, trying to find it. He's trying to get it going back to the point now. Jamie Drysdale, he'll go half wall. That's going to be Zary walking off. He's looking slot now. How about Dylan Holloway? Shot, can't get it to go. Sam, that's the man for Dylan Holloway, man. God just can't bite a goal this game. He's had a couple close ones and they just hop right by him. And yeah, shots don't count. Well, I mean, shots on net. But how about this? An empty net for Canada now. They are absolute full attack. Side of the net, Zary pressing for it. Told you this would be an important line to watch. And that's going to be frozen puck right there. And Connor Zary is absolutely livid. Has that one a whack at the side of the net. Chance. And Spencer Knight somehow just gets that puck caught between the post, and that's it. As this is getting interesting, that's for sure. Andre Tourigny. Can't believe it. Devin Levi. Gonna sit this going. And let's see what goes on. Yeah, no, the USA just has to win this one. That's all it comes down to. 2:08 to go in the third period. Breathe. 2:08, Canada. Well, they, as Gordon Miller says, and Ray Ferraro says, if Canada wins this draw, how about that? Oh, Bowen Byram. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, we talked about that earlier in the tournament. You got to keep the puck in the zone. That was a frustration I had, I think, with Sweden, with the pair of Johansson and Soderstrom. And that right there could have cost the Team Canada the game. All right, she's getting bedtime here. As we got minute 41 to go, empty net for Canada. This one flipped out to the point. Bowen Byram thankfully keeps it in that time. And now back to the point it goes once again. Byram there. And this will be going to Krebs. He'll play it front of the net. This one whacked out of midair, not going anywhere. Canada down to Cole Perfetti, who's got the extra attacker on the ice. He's going to go back and around the boards. And everybody pinching for that little bit of action if it went near the net. Not able to get back to the blue line was, of course, Bowen Byram on that chance. And now a minute 06 to go in this third period. Time winding down. And yeah, I know you guys are saying it's over. I'm still in denial. I still got 59 seconds to watch. Jackson, thank you once so. Okay, all right. The chat's been too fun tonight. 48 seconds to go in the third period, ladies and gentlemen. On my screen, not on your screen, on my screen. Canada desperately trying to get anything going. USA won't let it off the boards. This one coming to the slot. They always pick it up there. And ladies and gentlemen, what a game so far. 2-0 defeat by the looks of it here for Canada. As this one off the back of the net of the Americans. It's not going to get going. 25 seconds to go. 9:51 in the evening. And I told you there was a chance yet this game would finish at 10 p.m. And that's it. That's all. And an empty net chance. Nothing to do there. That's not going to be icing. 6 seconds. Waving off the clock. 4, 3, 2, 1, and it comes up that short. Never once did Canada trail in the tournament until the gold medal game. But once the gold medal game, the first goal they trailed by, never once did they regain the lead, is how to put it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of the tournament for Team Canada. Pure dominance, but something I had worried about all tournament long. I said it best in the poll. Let me put it this way to you, and let me see if I can find the picture of it for you, because this is what I need to show you here. There is a poll I did, and I mean, everybody seemed to be very upset. I only put one USA option. But at the end of the day, for us Canadians that watch this game and watch the Canadians all throughout the tournament, let me put this up here for you and just explain to you essentially what I thought might happen. And I didn't need to put another option up for the American poll, because it's as simple as this. Let's get this poll option here. And to those who voted, 8% on 298 votes, if I can say that, 298 times 0.08, that's 24 votes. To the 24 of you that voted on the January 5th, 2021 poll on Dolynny TV, simple poll really, who wins the World Juniors tonight? Canada, because we're the best, or Canada because USA is going to have a bad game, Canada because this is Dolynny TV and you want to subscribe for Oilers games, Canada because back-to-back baby, or USA because that other Canada I talked about shows up tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, story of the game, that other Canada I talked about earlier in the tournament, guess who showed up tonight? Those guys. And that is the end of it. Still a memorable, fun tournament for Team Canada, but one that might be remembered best by simply just not showing up when it mattered most in the gold medal game. A tournament almost flawless. In fact, it was entirely flawless. Devon Levi almost impeccable, even through 7 games technically. But that's it. That's up. And that's all she wrote. As James Canada did show up, you can say that, but not the Canadian squad that we saw show up every other game of the tournament. Spencer Knight was good in net for Florida, but the 10 minutes off in the first period and about the 6 or 7 minutes off in the second period, that's what cost the Canadian side this evening. That's what cost a gold medal. And to get down about it, I mean, that'd be incorrect, right? These guys all have bright futures, and now the war becomes between maybe Dylan Cousins and the player for the United States in Trevor Zegras. The question becomes, who's better, right? The tournament was a battle between those two, and the future of their careers determines maybe the ultimate winner in all this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. On your way out, if you could think about hitting that subscribe button and coming back tomorrow for continuing coverage of Edmonton Oilers training camp, that would be wonderful. Tonight, I'd like to send a big thank you to Jules, Jackson, and of course Josh. What's with the Jays? All with the donations tonight. Who knew? I'd like to shout them out one last time. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is 9:55 p.m. The game is over. I got 5 minutes. I can get to bed and I can get to work tomorrow morning for 7:30. Get off work nice and early again and head on out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am up on out of here.